You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
Oh, well, I'm rusty. I was over here talking and the mic was off, man. Y'all know what time it is. What's good, everybody? Good, great, grand evening to y'all. Good night to y'all. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We are here with it. What's good? What's good? It's been a long time. I was looking, I was like, dang, it's been a long time since I've been live. But that's how I'd be on it because it's really only been 4 days or 3 days. One of the two. But we here now, man. I apologize for that still. I had to take care of a lot of things. That's all. Between going out of town and stuff like that, and just didn't have time to where I could isolate a block of time, set aside a block of time where I knew I would be uninterrupted in order to keep in order to stream, man. So we back now though. So what I'm talking about, we back now. So we here, man. God is good. You feel me? But before we get started, man, we gotta hit the roll call. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it poppin'. I see my boy Oscar in the building. Say yes, Sirski. Finally, the time has come. Your hermano mi carnal. My brethren is back. Amen, man. God bless you. We got my boy Irony in the building. Yes, sir. Say great to see you again, Doc. God bless. Hey, man. Great to see you too, man. Appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and start off with our prayer as usual. So please join me. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this new year. We thank you for this new day, Lord. We ask you that you continue to guide us and lead us in the right direction, and let us go against our impulses, because a lot of times our impulses are not us demonstrating our best our best representation of ourselves, Lord. But let us always act with purpose, act deliberately, and act with pure intentions, Lord. And please continue to protect us and guide us, Lord. And those of us that are feeling a little sick or feeling a little down or feeling a little overwhelmed, Lord, please bring them peace, bring them health, and bring them comfort, Lord. And we ask you that you continue to lead us in the right direction and continue to forgive us for our sins and transgressions, and just cover us in your blessings for now and forever. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, man. So let's just get right to it, man. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Like I said, I've been gone for a few days. So first off, I want to talk about Bakoli, man. I don't know if y'all seen it, but Bakoli went in on AJ. I said, gosh, dang, Bakoli. You know, it all started because Martin Bakoli felt offended that Anthony Joshua was siding with Efe Ajagba. You know, I was like, dang, you know, I didn't catch the whole thing Anthony Joshua said, but from what I've seen, maybe there was more dialogue that I missed. But from what I've seen, he didn't say anything bad. He was just like, I'm going with Efe Ajagba, you know. And those of you that don't know, yes, Anthony Joshua is British, right? He's from England, you know, but he's of Nigerian descent. You know what I'm saying? So he's a Nigerian Englishman, just like I'm a Nigerian Jamaican American, right? And my mother's Jamaican, my father's Nigerian, and I was born in America. Similar situation with AJ, right? So there's nothing wrong with him. First of all, there's nothing wrong with him picking Efe Ajagba anyway. But now he's siding with his countrymen, you know, and with Martin Bakoli being from the Democratic Republic of Congo, he sided with Efe Ajagba. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now I will say I do think something's wrong from the fact that he picked the wrong person. I think Bakoli's going to decapitate Efe Ajagba, but Efe Ajagba's still a good fighter. You know, I thought the Italian heavyweight Guido Vianello beat him. They had a close matchup that, you know, Efe Ajagba got the nod. But I thought that Guido won that. But even still, Efe Ajagba's a good fighter. And Guido Vianello has since bounced back against Arslanbek Makhmadov and beat him. So let's check out what Bakoli had to say, just in case y'all missed it, man. Let's check this out right here.
Hey, Anthony Joshua, this video is for you. I call out, I wanted to knock you out, and now you're talking shit to say Ajagba is going to beat me. Shame on you. How many times did I call you out? How many times did I ask you to fight in Africa? You don't even feel shame of yourself. I want to fight you. I want to knock you out. Look at Daniel Dubois, broke his nose twice. He knocked you out cold.
He said, shame on you. I want to fight you next. I want to knock you out. He said Daniel Dubois broke his nose twice and he knocked you out.
What happened to me? I'll knock you out in the first round. You're talking about Ajagba. Ajagba is a baby. Wait till you see how I'm going to knock him out.
Oh, man.
I'll invite you to be there. You're talking shit. I want to fight you. Stop talking nonsense. Now you say you're in Nigeria. You're not British anymore. I'll knock you out. I'm African giant. I'm African warrior. I'll knock you out, you. After knocking Ajagba out, I'll knock you out as well.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought that joke was funny, but I will say, of course, what I liked. Yo, we got Tech Dumb Dad in the building. What's good, brethren? We got Fight Lab Analytics in the building. What's good? We got Mike Magic in the building. What's good, brethren? We got Illuminati in the building. What's poppin'? But yeah, so I want to tell you about the stuff that let's cover the good stuff first, right? I always like the smoke, right? So I always like if someone's calling somebody out. I like the fact that it's not subliminal. He did it directly. He said, "Hey, man, you've been talking trash. You picked somebody against me, and I want to fight you. Why are you picking people to beat me when I want to fight you? Why don't you beat me?" So I love it. I love the fact that he was like, "Yeah, he wanted to fight him in Africa." You know what I'm saying? That's dope for the continent of Africa to get some boxing there. You know, regardless of what country or nation it's in, whether it's in Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, or Democratic Republic of Congo, like Bakoli's from. I think that'd be dope to boost up the boxing there. So he said he wanted to fight AJ there. I like that. I like the fact that he said he gonna drop Ajagba, and I agree with Oscar. You never know. Ajagba could potentially outpoint Bakoli. So just because I have Bakoli beating Ajagba doesn't mean that that's going to be an easy fight. You know what I'm saying? If he does make it look easy, then that's even great. We got Edgar in the building. What's good? He said, "Let's go, SUBRIEL." Mr. Big Play Bray in the building. But yeah, so I just that's the good part. The part I don't like, though, you know me, we're very consistent right here. Like I told you, I'm Nigerian, Jamaican, American, right? You know, born in first generation American. I didn't like the part. Now, granted, it's funny. Don't get me wrong, it's funny. But I didn't like the part where he questioned AJ's heritage. He said, now you're Nigerian. What you mean now he's Nigerian? He said now you're Nigerian. No, you're British. So basically he's saying that, you know, AJ, he represents England quite a bit, even in the Olympics, representing England, and that's what he knows, you know. But I never like when people question somebody's culture or heritage simply because how much time they spent there, or they feel like they're underqualified or unqualified to represent a country. Like, bro, that's where he's from, that's his heritage, that's where his parents are from, that's what he's from. You know, he can also embrace his English side and his Nigerian side. Now, you know, like I said, it's the same thing that was done with Rayo, right? When Rayo was fighting Pitbull, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, Rayo's not real Mexican because he's Mexican American, he's born in America. I even made a video about this topic. It's like, we do this far too often, man, especially not just in combat sports, but just socially. You know, we always try to question somebody's blackness or whiteness or brownness or whatever you want to say. You know, I think that's whack. You know, but this was funny. However, I think that whole notion, I didn't like that part, but I did laugh at that part. So it was funny, but I ain't like it because people really do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not born here, then you're less of that because this person spent more time there, or they actually speak the native language. Yeah, of course you might be more close. You might be closer to your roots than somebody else, but that doesn't disqualify somebody from being who they are. You know what I'm saying? If you take out my Jamaican, I'm no longer me. If you take out my American, I'm no longer me. If you take out my Nigerian, I'm no longer me. So it is what it is. That's what I wanted to talk about. But I did think that was funny. And you know, obviously Bakoli has a lot of experience sparring with a lot of these heavyweights, from Usyk to Dubois to AJ to everybody. So he does seem like he's the most avoided heavyweight. But you know, somebody came in here and says, shout out to SUBRIEL MATIAS. Shout out to SUBRIEL MATIAS. You know what I'm saying? My Puerto Rican brethren and sister. But a lot of times, remember, sometimes people are mislabeled, right? Like SUBRIEL MATIAS was called the boogeyman, you know, of 140, whether you think he is or not. That was his label, right? And then Liam Parle did what he did to him, you know, and he kind of made the boogeyman a little less scary. But Coley has received the boogeyman label from a lot of us, and we think a lot of people are avoiding him, you know, when truthfully it could be that there's just not real justification to fight him, because his best win is Jared Big Baby Anderson, you know what I'm saying? And and even he was the favorite going into that fight. Now, we picked Bakoli because we actually watch boxing, but a lot of people don't know Bakoli. He's not a champion, you know what I'm saying? So which I think he will get there, but it may not be. At the end of the day, a lot of his stories of dominance are from sparring. And you know us over here, we don't put everything in the sparring. So like Oscar said, man, F.A. Jabba could outpoint him. Daniel Dubois, he might have broke his nose twice, but it might be different under those lights, you know. And you just never know, you know. But I do think Bakoli beats F.A. Jabba, will beat F.A. Jabba. My Nigerian brethren, I'm going with the man from the Congo, you know, the big giant, you know, as he calls himself. I got him beating a lot of people in heavyweight division, but you know, it's boxing, man. Anything can happen. That's why we watch it. So, but yeah, so I just thought that was funny with Bakoli calling out AJ. Side question: you watch a Jai fight at 2 a.m. You already know my ting. You know my ting. This OPETAIA versus NYIKA, is going to be a war. Yes, sir. NYIKA is no easy out for Jai. I'm telling you, bro. I like NYIKA, man. I like the way he's down to earth. Like I said, he reminds me like he's confident, but he's not an asshole, right? You know, he's humble. And he just has a realistic approach to boxing as a sport, but you can tell he takes it seriously. You know what I'm saying? He acknowledges that it's not life and death, but he also acknowledges that he wants to give it his all, you know, and so he reminds me of like a Sean Porter, you know. I rock with him, man. Sean Porter, the fact that he took this fight in late notice is dope, man. Shout out to David NYIKA, shout out to Jai OPETAIA. That's good. It's gonna be no easy task, but I will say that I'm leaning towards Jai because NYIKA, even though he has an extensive Olympic and amateur background, right? He won the gold in the Commonwealth Games. He won bronze in the Olympics at Tokyo, I believe. So he's a medalist, but he just stands up kind of stiff. He's tall, though. He's 6'6". But Jai OPETAIA fought a guy, Jordan Thompson, who was also 6'6". Not saying that they're the same fighter, but, you know, he has experience with guys that are bigger than him, you know. And so I watched NYIKA's fights. He just seems a little too stiff and a little too stationary. I think that doesn't bode well for him against Jai OPETAIA, but he seems like an intelligent dude. He says that he has a game plan, so I believe him. We'll see. And you guys dang right, we gonna watch it. tonight, good Lord willing, or this morning. But also too, man, I wanted to move on to the next topic. I dropped a video about this, man. I think Tech Dumb Dad dropped it in the Discord as well, man. It seems like Wilder is coming back, man. It seems like Wilder is you know, he's a little wild for this one, but he's definitely coming back in April. What? Yeah, I couldn't believe it, man. I do not approve. He's coming back on BLK Prime in April. Apparently, we dropped this news months ago that he was potentially coming back. We just didn't know what network it was on or when, you know what I'm saying? But now it seems like we ascertained the date, and he even has a potential opponent against what's his name, Stephen Shaw, who's a is a decent fighter. It'll be a nice gauge to see where he's at, like nice pressure check right on the barometer scale. And because when I dropped the video initially, Shelly Finkel, who's actually Deontay Wilder's manager, is a manager of guys like, rest in peace, the late great Pernell Whitaker. He managed Klitschko. He managed quite a few people, and he said that he was going to announce his opponent on Saturday in LA, but it came out a little early, so I don't know if it's breaking news. I don't know if it's just rumor. I don't know if it's correct, but I'm gonna go with the official announcement comes on Saturday. But I'll say right now, I've seen it heavily lean towards Stephen Shaw being the next opponent for Deontay Wilder, and I don't like it. We got Jeffrey Vidal in the building. What's good, brethren? He said, is it true Davis will fight for the WBO title? Yes, against Dennis Berinchek. So that brings me to my let me hit text message. He said, I'm Italian and Irish, 50-50 split, but I'm American born, man, so I'm exactly. What is wrong with that, bro? Like, why do we feel the need to question somebody's identity, bro? I think that shit is corny, and I think it's terrible. I think we need to stop it, because it don't matter if you're from the suburbs or rural area, or from the urban area, or you rich or you poor, or you native or whatever. Like, you should be happy that people are representing their culture, especially if they're doing it well. Or whether you like Anthony Joshua or not, whether you are rooting for him or against him, he definitely represents not just England well, but also Nigeria well. And then especially if you're talking about bringing boxing back to the continent of Africa as a whole, then I think by default you shouldn't try to disqualify somebody, especially arguably the biggest heavyweight in boxing right now. You shouldn't try to disqualify them from representing, you know, the continent that we're trying to boost up, especially in boxing. And, you know, so I think that shit's corny, but it was funny though. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny, you know. If FA could move long enough to get Bacoli tired, he could win. Yeah, facts. Which is hard, because Bacoli is very select now when throwing power shots. Yep, because he knows it only takes one. Yep, I agree. Yo, shout out to my boy Tufo, man, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. My boy Tufo says, ain't catch you in a couple of days. Everything been good? Yes, sir, man. Everything been good, man. I just been working on a lot of things, man, and traveling, going back and forth, you know. I actually, to truth be told, I was supposed to be in Pennsylvania right now, but shout out to those that are on the East Coast, man, especially in that area, because there's a winter storm, Blair. It actually canceled my flight today. So, you know, it will be postponed the next week, good Lord willing, so I might be gone next week, just a heads up. But I wasn't anticipating being able to catch the fight, but the fight tonight, but you know, everything happens for a reason. I'm glad that it got postponed, because I don't want to be caught up in a winter storm, you know what I'm saying, especially when I'm flying. I don't like flying already, but yeah, appreciate you asking too. For everything good on this side, man, I thank God for that, man. Hope everything's good your way as well. Ajaba can be the Hefe, just not at the expense of my guy Bacoli. Yeah, man, like I said, you know, like I said, I'm Nigerian, but you know, over here on this side, man, I like boxing first. I prioritize that, and I think Bacoli gets the win. I'll be surprised if Ajagba wins, but I wouldn't be mad at it either. You know what I'm saying? What's cracking, brother? Jesus, hey, God bless you too. YD in the building. Hey, Tufo, appreciate you dropping the graffiti on the chat walls. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. What I'll talk about, yeah. So Wilder's talking about returning on Black Prime, BLK Prime. I mean, what is BLK? Does that stand for something? Is it Black Prime, or is it B? I never knew that. You know, I don't think it is. I think it's an acronym for something else. But the BLK Prime, I'm not sure. But yeah, so he's supposed to be on BLK Prime, and as you know, Devin Haney is also going to be on BLK Prime in April, I believe, against the unannounced opponent, right? To be determined. But a lot of us are thinking it's Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying? And I've been saying, remember, I want y'all to remember when Devin Haney first lost, even before the PED stuff came out, right? When that first transpired with him getting beat down by Ryan Garcia, you know, now we know that he cheated and we don't count it. Only fools still count it. But as soon as that happened, I was like, bro, people are saying, oh, he's done. I'm like, no, he's not. He could fight Rolly Romero. I said he could fight Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner and him have some beef. That'd be a perfect fight. And then now with the thing changed, with the result changed to a no contest, that's still a good fight. And then now, fast forward to where we're at now, you know, months later, now there's a strong rumor talking about it's going to be against Adrian Broner. I don't know if it's true, but that'd be crazy, man. We called that out the gate. He said, Tufo said, you staying live till Jai Carter coming back for? I'm coming back for a separate stream. Yeah, but I'm gonna get off and then get back on. Lloyd in the building. What's good? Yes, sir. I'm gonna get off and get back on. But yeah. So speaking of February 14th. And I think Jeffrey asked me this question. Keyshawn Davis will be fighting Berinchik for, Dennis Berinchik is a champion. You always say the champion's name first. At least we do over here. Dennis Berinchik versus Keyshawn Davis. He'll be defending his WBO title at 135 on Valentine's Day, man. Love Day. It's going to be Love Day in the ring. And I think that this is a good fight. It's finally official. We knew about this coming for a long time as well. But also in addition to that, you know, I'm thinking that Jared Anderson might be on that card as well, because Jared Anderson is fighting, dang, I can't remember the guy's name. I can't remember the gentleman's name he's fighting. But anyway, we're going to see two nice battles between four gentlemen, right? We got Berinchik versus Davis and Jared Anderson having his comeback. I can't remember who it is, but it's also on February 14th, and you know they're all top ranked, right? Especially with Davis and and Anderson. So I'm thinking that he's going to be on the undercard of that. I just can't remember the dude's name that he's fighting, man. So yeah, it'll be Love Day. You know, I think that's dope, man. Is he fighting Marios Kalias? Marios Kalias, I believe is the guy's name. Manzabusa says, I heard it's Farmer. I hope it's Farmer. That's a good fight. Ooh, Farmer's a tough fight too. Yeah, I've been here. I heard Farmer as well. I've heard I heard Devahany and Farmer. I heard Devahany and Broner. I heard Devahany and outside of the TO nonsense, I heard I want to say, was it Muratalla? Raymond Muratalla? I heard somebody else. I can't remember. But that'd be. I also heard George Kambosos. Yo, shout out to my guy Mike, man. My guy Mike hitting me on the Cash App with the big $5, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Shout out to my boy Mike, man, dropping the $5 on the Cash App, man. Appreciate you, brethren. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that, man. Keeps us going and growing. But yeah, I think that Marios Kalias, I don't know much about him. I have to do my research on him. But I think Jared Anderson, it's good to see that he's trying to bounce back, right? And he said that he wants to get his rematch against Bacoli. I don't think that's wise, not right now. Especially not immediately. But if he comes back and looks sensational, it's so funny because we were just talking about that in the last stream, not just, but the last stream before, whatever stream I was streaming a few days. You know, I went on a hiatus a little bit. But I was like, I told you I was watching the Bacoli versus Anderson. I was like, man, Jared Anderson was getting some good shots, man. He was doing some good work. It's just that Bacoli, once he landed, boy, that was it, man. He hands down, man down. You know, that boy, you ever saying, what do you call himself? The African giant, you know what I'm saying? The big badman out of the Congo, you know? He once he lands, those shots are so heavy that it's hard to deal with. But yeah, I think Jared Anderson was doing some good work. He was showing off his boxing skills. He was landing. And you know, there was some good stuff to take away from that fight, you know, outside of the L. Obviously, if you get past that, you can see that Jared Anderson was looking pretty good, man. So this is good to get him back in the ring. That's a good sign. I don't know how well he'll do. Like I said, I still don't really have too high expectations of Jared Big Baby Anderson, because he said it by his own admission. He said that he's not really dedicated to the sport, and I just don't think you could be that successful if you're not that dedicated, you know what I'm saying? Because talent could take you so far, but then at the end of the day, you know, you're going to get to the upper echelon of competition and participants to where everybody's talented. May not be talented at hand speed or evasion like you, but they might be talented at footwork or defense or power, you know what I'm saying? And I think that what puts you over the top is that extra effort that you put in, and that's directly associated with your dedication, you know what I'm saying, and how much you contribute, how much time you contribute to the sport and getting better. So I don't know how well to do, but it's good to see the young man back in the ring. Now I want to talk about, before we get to the TO stuff, man, I want to talk about Stanionis and Brian Norman, Jerome Boots Ennis. This is good, man. So I'm hearing that Jerome Boots Ennis, don't forget to smack that like button, please. Jerome Boots Ennis will be fighting Stanionis and Montes Stanionis. That's a rumor still. I said will, but it seems like they're getting closer and closer. Now, we've seen them drop the ball before. Yo, we got Karma in the building, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. She said, well, I see what you did there. Well, I see what you did there, old stinker. He said, look who finally showed up to work. It's crazy. Come in talking trash like a boss. Finally showed up to work. It's crazy. Shout out to Karma. Yes, sir, with the big dub on the chat, man. Dropping that graffiti on the chat walls. I really appreciate that, Karma. I missed you too, you know what I'm talking about? So I finally showed up to work. Yes, we back at it. We back at it like crack bags, you know what I'm talking about? So I really appreciate that. Hopefully you've been well as well. You know what I'm talking about? I did work out today too, though. You know what I'm talking about? I got it in. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you, as always. But yeah, Stanionis, I seen like, okay, so those of you that may not know, Montes Stanionis, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a champion from Latvia. Of course, Jerome Boutsen is a champion from America, right? Philly in particular. And they're both champions, right? Brian Norman Jr. is also a champion, and Mario Barrios is a champion. So when this fight was announced, because Stanionis was originally supposed to fight another guy from Matchroom, but wasn't Boots. It was a mandatory for his belt, and it was Shakram Giashov, who's ranked very highly, right? So I don't know how they got out of that one, because last time I checked, that fight was supposed to be mandated. So maybe Shakram Giashov was injured. Maybe Eddie Hearn talked to him, because like I said, that's his fighter. He's like, hold on, let me try to see if I can get Boots in there. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you have in-house fighters, right? Because Shakram is a matchroom fighter, so maybe Eddie Hearn struck a deal with him, like, hey man, let me get this opportunity trying to unify with Boots and him, and then we'll hook you up later. So I don't know, you know, but I need to do my research on that. I didn't look into why that Shakram Giashov is standing on this fight. It could have been an injury too, I don't know. That postponed it or called it off for him. But somebody said this dumb shit though. When the fight was announced as being in works at Eddie Hearn, I saw somebody in the comment section say that this is not the fight we wanted.
What?
So let me get this straight. So we suddenly don't want Jerome Boots Ennis to unify anymore? Like, what do you mean that's not the fight that you wanted? So when he fought Karen to defend his fight, to defend his belt, that's not the fight we wanted. When he fought David Avanesian because he was a late replacement, because Cody Crowley, who was IBF mandatory, pulled out because he's still recovering from an eye injury, that's not the fight we wanted, understandably so. But now he's fighting a champion in Stanionis. You're right. That's not the fight that we wanted. That's the precise. That's precisely exactly the fight that we wanted. It's not just the fight we wanted. That's absolutely the fight that we wanted. Any fight that involves Boots at welterweight, that's a unification match, or not even just Boots, anybody, Bam Rodriguez, Junto Nakatani. What do you mean that's not the fight that you want? Like, I don't understand. Like, I think really people really be having like the boxing sport twisted, or like they really just be exposing themselves on how ignorant of a observer they are of the sport. Like, how could a unification fight be a disappointment? Who do you want him to fight? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand we want him to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. We might want to fight Virgil Ortiz. Might want to fight anybody at 154. But how are you disappointed? If you claim that you like boxing, how are you disappointed with Boots finally getting the opportunity to unify with a champion? I don't care if it's Norman, Stanionis, or Barrios. How are you disappointed with that? I don't understand it, bro. I swear I don't understand it, bro. I just think that's crazy. Yo, Fugazi in the build. Fugazi gang. Fugazi in the building. What's good? Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that, brethren. He said, Teofimo wants no smoke with T. I agree. What's up with the likes? So yeah, please smack that like button. And shout out to those that showing love in the live chat, and the super chat, and the cash app. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of crazy, man. I just, like, I don't know. You should always be happy with the unification match. Did I want Zerto to fight Chris Billiam Smith because I was in love with Chris Billiam Smith? No, but it's a unification fight. So by default, that's good. If OPETAIA was fighting Badou Jack, you don't have to know who Badou Jack is, or Noel McCallan, whoever the WBC champion is right now, which is Badou Jack. That should be enough for you to get excited. The unifications are always exciting. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that people shooting that down, standing, it just shows that you have to be in tune with who you are and what you're doing. No matter, not just in the boxing, but anything. If you going to school and become an accountant, or you chase your dream to be a hooper or artist, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's painting or music, you know, just be in tune with what you want to do, because no matter what you do, someone's always going to disapprove, you know what I'm saying? And have an opinion that just to have one, you know, for the sake of have one. Even if they sound dumb, of actually verbalizing it, of vocalizing it, excuse me. But yeah, anyway, But yeah, so I want to move on to the shout out to Fugazi. He said Tio wants no smoke with Matias. I agree. So I just thought it was funny because I don't know if y'all been seeing the news with Tio lately, but he's been talking about once again to get out of his contract with Top Rank. And yo, we got my boy Ryan Frazier dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my guy, Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk Up North, man. Big North in the building, sharing that Canadian money. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, bro. Big salute to you, man. Go check out my boy Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk Up North. Also, go check out Karma Serene. I forgot to say that as well, man. Dope content creators right there. That's who I tune into, especially when I'm not on. You know what I'm saying? Check them out, man. Check them out. Check them out. I'm the man, the myth, the legend. He said, I be legit. What's good, Jay? But yeah, so shout out to you, Ryan. I appreciate you, bro. Big North in the building, man. So yeah, so we have Teofimo revisiting his unhappiness with Top Rank. You know, he's a disgruntled employee. He doesn't like his contract. Obviously, that's evident in him complaining all the time. But you know what I stumbled upon? I stumbled upon SUBRIEL Matias maybe fighting Elvis Rodriguez, man, for the #1 spot in the IBF. Teofimo has a WBO, chat. Teofimo is a champion with the WBO. If SUBRIEL Matias, who was a former IBF champion until he lost to Liam Parle, the Australian, then Liam Parle, the Australian, lost to Richard Hitchens, the American, right? Richard Hitchens was a mandatory, you know, in the mandatory position for SUBRIEL Matias when he was a champion, right? He's going back in the IBF route, and the reason why that's disheartening for those of us that wanted Lopez versus Matias eventually, right, is because not only is this the first time that fight was tried to be made, it's the second time. This is the second time. Remember the first time Teofimo fought Jermaine Ortiz because he didn't want to wait on SUBRIEL Matias because SUBRIEL Matias was injured. You know, he questioned the legitimacy of his injury, and I don't know, you know, I think it was legitimate. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, especially the fighters, but he could have waited still and saw what happened. But I don't knock him for fighting Jermaine Ortiz because I thought that was a good fight at the time, you know. But the fact remains, the fight didn't happen, right? Now, fast forward here, we have another rumor with SUBRIEL Matias fighting Teofimo Lopez. I was always questioning it anyway, but I was like, you know, this would be a good fight. You know, I can't knock Teofimo. I don't like Teofimo at all for some of the reckless stuff that he says, you know, which we'll get into some more reckless things that he said. But I would respect this fight because I like boxing, you know, so I still respect him as being the longest reigning, most decorated champion at 140 right now. Rayo, who just obtained the belt from beating Isam Pitbull Cruz. Isam Pitbull Cruz obtained the belt from beating Rolly Romero. Alberto Puello obtained the belt from Devin Haney being declared the champion at Recess, and now he's a champion. And then who's the other guy? Richard Hitchens, right, who just beat Liam Parle, who beat SUBRIEL Matias. So Teofimo, you know, his last fight was against Steve Claggett, wasn't impressive at all. It was supposed to be a bounce back fight. He failed to galvanize or re-galvanize his fan base, so he didn't do anything. You know, he's supposed to dominate a guy like Steve Claggett, no disrespect, and he didn't. So that was remarkably close. And then he fought Jermaine Ortiz. A lot of people argue that he lost that fight. I was cool with him winning that fight because I felt like Jermaine Ortiz didn't try to engage and he was trying to finesse the champion. But at the end of the day, even though I think the right person won, Teofimo still looked terrible. He knew how to cut the ring off, didn't know how to use a jab, nothing. Fundamentally, he looked like trash. And so his last two performances were trash. And now he was like, okay, bet he's about to fight SUBRIEL Matias. SUBRIEL Matias, this should be not too bad of a fight, right? Yes, SUBRIEL Matias is a beast, but he's just coming off a loss to Liam Parle. Then he fought Ricardo Ramirez, right, who was a decent fighter, you know, who lost to, he doesn't have that many losses, but he lost to the likes of Williams Zepeda and some others, right? He beat him, so that was a decent win, but it's not a top tier guy. So I was like, okay, bet Teofimo could fight him and show me something, right? But it doesn't seem like he even wants that. The reason why I say that is because, like I said, Matias is fighting Elvis Rodriguez, who's a good fighter. He's been on a 6-win streak. Elvis Rodriguez, only a brief background on him, he only has one loss, and that was to Kenneth Sims Jr. by decision. And but since then, he's been on a 6-fight win streak, you know. And I think his best win was probably an older Victor Postal, right, who was undefeated when Terrence Crawford beat him. You know, I was surprised Victor Postal's still fighting, you know. But anyway, I think this is a good fight for SUBRIEL Matias still, but it's very disappointed for Teofimo Lopez. And I just want to know whose fault is it now, because when the first time he was supposed to fight SUBRIEL Matias, he said it was Matias's fault because he hurt his hand. Then he was supposed to fight Devin Haney. He said it was Devin Haney's fault because he didn't want to be the B-side, right? Then he was supposed to fight Brian Norman Jr., right? He said that, oh, I'll fight Brian Norman Jr. once he secures a belt. Well, Brian Norman Jr. had a belt when he beat Giovanni Santillan, and then he was elevated to a full champion once they removed the super champion from Terrence Crawford, right? Teofimo Lopez didn't try to fight him, but he's been focused on trying to call out are calling now guys like Jerron Boots Ennis, Terrence Crawford, and Gervonta Tate Davis. None are in his weight class. So yeah, I just think Teofimo looks very, very weak. And if he doesn't fight Matias, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And what the truth is from how I see it, I think he's simply ducking him. He's just ducking, bro. But my boy Dub in the building. He said, I thought you retired. Is this thing? Oh, man, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Yeah, man, I was real busy, man. I apologize for being absent, man. I missed y'all, though, for real. Tio just talk to him, Tufo. He said, Tio just be talking. Yeah. That's a fact. All he do is talk. He said, Tio dropped the T today on Top Rank. Man, he need to get his contract right, man. Talk about everybody else, man. Shout out to those that are in bad contracts, though, because that's probably not a good feeling. But at the same time, for you to be so judgmental and condescending towards others, man, and not have your shit together, you just look bad. You know what I'm saying? My guy knows his box. I appreciate it, Fugazi. God bless you, bro. Thank you, bro. I try my best, man. I love boxing as a sport, man. So you know, we might disagree on who our preferences are, but I don't fanboy or I don't fanboy over no boxer, male, female, or, you know, I have boxers I like more than others, but I'm not biased at all, man. I just like to talk boxing, man. Tio all talk. He started off fighting everyone, but now he's on the Jake Paul shit. Yeah, man. So I agree, and it's really disappointing. You know what I'm saying? And then what's even more troublesome and disappointing is that, you know, the man, I say he's just very ignorant, man. Him ignorant and incompetent. Two bad things you want to be. I mean, two bad things that you don't want to be. And apparently today he called out Andre Ward with his frustrations with Top Rank. You know, he doesn't seem like he's a person that knows how to effectively direct his anger. Like, remember we were talking about earlier with the Jogba and Bakoli, and what Bakoli said about AJ questioning his Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo questioned. He said Devin Haney's not black, bro. Anyway, bro, I don't even want to get into that, bro. That's just stupid. But what I will get into, because this really annoyed me, man. I hate misinformation, bro, and I hate the spreading of it. So this is how it starts, right? Teofimo, I'm going to show y'all so y'all don't think I'm just saying this. Teofimo Lopez targeted, his new target today was Andre Ward, right? And he said that Andre Ward, Andre Ward only interviews black fighters, right? So I want to show y'all this, right? He says, so Andre SOG Ward, son of God Ward, he says, he just put a picture that says the art of Ward, and Teofimo says, when could I get on the podcast? Or is it only black entertainment, champ? Just a question. And put hashtag respectfully. I love black people. The darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. Like, the fact that you would type this, bro, when you're a good person, bro, your actions speak louder than your words. Your actions speak louder than your words all the time. I don't feel it necessary to say I love Hispanics or white folks or black folks or Asian folks or straight folks or gay folks or males or females. I don't feel like I have to say that, because who I am resonates from my speech and my actions and what I do, you right? And how I think and how I talk, how I represent myself. Like, whenever you have to go out your way to say something, it's usually to defend something that should be unnecessary, unless you feel guilty or the shoe fits, right? Like, so it's like your actions make you have a guilty conscience, and people are judging you off of your actions. Not all the time. Now, some people misjudge people, but like, all of his comments for the last year or so has revolved around being disgustingly disparaging and condescending and demeaning towards a certain culture, ethnicity, and that's primarily those that identify as that are Afrocentric. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's African American, whether it's Nigerian, but he's been particularly targeting Americans, Black Americans, that is. And so it's just like, for him to even ask Andre Ward that, it's really frustrating me, because people will take it and run with it because they're dumb, right? You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Was it geese of a feather flock together? You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's what I meant to say. And it's just because people will run with that, but you won't think. Like, so I don't know if he doesn't know who Caleb Plant is, or maybe he's complimenting Caleb Plant for his blackness. I don't know. But Caleb Plant is clearly a white guy. He's American, yeah, like the most of the people that he's talking shit about, but he's a white guy, right? Art of Ward had an episode with Caleb Plant on it. It was a great episode too. But Art of Ward also had an episode with Devin Haney, right? But you can't say he's just doing Americans, right? Because anyway, you can't say like, you can't even say that he's just doing active boxers because he had Roy Jones. You can't say he's just doing male boxers because he had Clarissa Shields. You can't say he's just doing black boxers because he had Caleb Plant. Like, so for you to even jump on the deep end, it shows you what his mindset is. Like, a lot of times people will project their personal feelings or their inner feelings or their true feelings on others because that's how they think. That's how Teofimo thinks. It is clear. It's clear by the way he talked about Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis. It's clear how he talked about Devin Haney and questioned his blackness. How dare him? How dare anybody question anybody's culture, ethnicity, or coloration? But definitely not him. And then now he's accusing Andre Ward of only interviewing blacks. Bro, like he had people that weren't even boxers on there. We got Smoochie in the building. So yeah, I just think Teal is just a dumbass. Yeah, Oscar, and to me, that's not even good enough, bro. He's just, I think that he should be, I think he should borderline be canceled. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. In my personal opinion, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm still gonna keep making excuses. Honestly, Teofimo keeps making excuses because there's hella good fighters at 140. Exactly, Fugazi, like Jack Catterall, El Gato called out Teofimo after he beat Josh Taylor, right? He called him out again after he beat Regis Prograis, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Fugazi. Jose Rayo Valenzuela called out Teofimo before and after he beat Isaac Pipo Cruz, right? It only makes sense. I mean, we only paid attention to the one after Isaac Pipo Cruz because he acquired a belt, but still he did it before too. What happened? We have Arnold Barbosa, who was a mandatory for the WBO for a while. Teofimo didn't even pay him attention. That may not be exactly Teofimo's fault because I do think that you have to get yourself in a position from a backing standpoint, promotional standpoint, and raise your own profile in branding and marketing. But Barbosa has been calling out Teofimo too. So that's just a few, you know. I'm not saying whose fault it is, whether it's Devin Haney's fault or Teofimo's fault, why the fight did be made. Because at that's just he say, she say, right? If you're a Devin Haney fan, you're going to believe what Devin Haney's saying. If you're a Teofimo fan, you're going to believe what Teofimo's saying. The fact is that they're not fighting either. So it's just another instance of him, his antics outside of the ring are overshadowing what his performances in the ring, and that's what's keeping him relevant, man. And I think that joke is corny, but at the same time, he's supposed to be the takeover, but he barely took over the ring against Steve Claggett and he definitely didn't take over the ring against Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Now he doesn't want to fight SUBRIEL Matias. You could say it was Devin Haney's fault, but how many times does he not want to fight somebody before we come to the realization that it's him? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Devin Haney couldn't have took the money. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he didn't play a vital role in that as well. But at the same time, okay, if it was Devin Haney's fault, is it SUBRIEL Matias' fault now? And if it's SUBRIEL Matias' fault now, was it SUBRIEL Matias' fault before? And if it was his fault before, was it Arnold Barbosa's fault too? Or if it was Barbosa's fault, was it Jack Catterall's fault? If it's Catterall's fault, was it Rayo's fault? Like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't even Esau Pipo Cruz called him out. So I mean, I'm running out of fingers here, man. So how many times are we gonna say, oh, it was his opponent's fault before we realize that no, it's Teal's fault? Teal don't want to fight nobody. He's obsessed with staying relevant and quote unquote clout chasing and making it seem like he's pursuing these guys that aren't realistic, that are not realistic because they're not even in his weight division. You see what I'm saying? The people that he's been calling out the loudest, the most bold with calling out is Terrence Crawford. Oh, conveniently, he's been focused on Canelo. He's or trying to unify at a third weight division, 154. Or, you know what I'm saying, he's been calling out Jerron Boots Ennis, who's trying to unify at 147. Or he's been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, who's at 135. You know, what about the guys that are available? So I don't know, man. I just think Teofimo's a joke, man. And he dumb as hell. Teo got to get himself some good lawyers to get out of the slave. And that's the crazy part, you know, for a lot of the rhetoric that he's using, a lot of things that he's saying, who's the one in the slave contract? Oh, okay, Ryan, you know what's going on. Man, I appreciate it, Fugazi. But yeah, man, it's not about like, it's about just doing the right thing and being good and calling shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he's demonstrated that he's not really like that. Now, shout out to him. You can't take away his Loma win. That's a great win. Can't take away his Josh Taylor win at the time. That was a great win. But ever since that, you know, in between, he hasn't been looking good. Obviously, George Kambosos, which I don't hold too much against him because I think Ferocious Kambosos is a good fighter. I don't think he's a great fighter, but he's a champion. And once you become champion, to me, that means you're good by default. You know what I'm saying? You might not be as good as the other champions. You know what I'm saying? Relative to champions, you may not be that good. You might not be comparable with the other champions in your division. But George Kambosos is a good win. And I've always defended Teofimo and said that's not a bad loss. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we expect Teofimo to win? Of course. Was I surprised that Kambosos won? Of course. But that's not a bad loss for what it was, in my opinion. But the fact remains that he did lose to Kambosos, and Kambosos hasn't been looking good for a while either, you know. So that makes it the fact that Kambosos has looked bad and questionable against Maxie Hughes, the fact that he just got stopped by older Lomachenko, then it doesn't look good for Teofimo to lose to that person. Then, you know, not to mention how he looked shitty against Jermaine Ortiz and then shitty against Steve Klages, who was unranked until the fight was made, you know. So yeah, he has a lot of questions to answer, and he's not going to answer them outside of the ring, and definitely not in the interview with Andre Ward. So in my opinion, I hope that he does not get the interview, and I don't think that you should get an interview by being obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? You should get an interview because of what you've been doing, you know, inside and outside the ring. Like Caleb Plant, that was a great interview because Caleb Plant, in my opinion, he put on one of the best performances of the year. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just because Trevor McCumbee wasn't a big fighter, he wasn't a known fighter, but that real time instantaneous damn near adjustment that he made against Trevor McCumbee was sensational, bro. I don't know how that didn't get more love than that. I feel like I'm the only one that's making content that talked about that, man. Shout out to him and his coach Stephen Bredman. You know, that was a fire adjustment. And like I said, one of the best adjustments to me was Floyd versus Sugar Shane, because that was the magnitude of that fight was great, right? It was two Hall of Famers and a belts were on the line. This one it was not against a known opponent, you know what I'm saying, or any belts at stake. But outside of Sugar Shane, that adjustment that Floyd made after he got rocked in that second round or whenever it was, and he just walked Sugar Shane down and won every moment from that fight on, that was a great adjustment in fight. Bro, Caleb Plant, that was just as impressive, man, in my opinion, you know. So yeah, I think that that's why Caleb Plant was interviewed. Not just that, but also because, you know, he had some run-ins with Charlo, and he's in a hot division, and, you know, but it wasn't just about his antics outside the ring. It was also about his performances inside the ring and, you know, some potential fights. What can we talk about with Tito? Everything just potential fights and people that he's calling out that's unrealistic. I mean, Clarissa Shields was on there. She just beat Joe Nissi. Shout out to our Canadian boxing scene. Just beat Joe Nissi for a heavyweight championship. You know, that's why she was on there. You know, Roy Jones, he's a Hall of Famer. You know, he's on there. He's a legend, and he joined All the Smoke, the All the Smoke brand as a contributor from the boxing scene too. So that's why he was on there. Devin Haney, you know, he's coming off that debacle with Ryan Garcia. That's why he's on there in the potential comeback fight, and, you know, and some of the stuff that he's going through that's setting precedent in the boxing game. So what would Teofimo be on there? Why would he be on there? Pugilism, what's good, brother? Tio was the same after a loss against Kambosos. Yeah, Kambosos put him on his ass in the first round too, wasn't it? Haney and Tio debating both sides of the coin. Just fight each other. I agree with that. Fans can encourage these fighters by letting them know. Just entertain us. Win or lose, we keep betting and keep watching. That's true. That's true. But I think that's true for you, though, Pugilism. I don't think that's true for everybody. People do throw away fighters. MAW in the building. What's good, brethren? Appreciate you coming through, man. MAW. Jason Evans, what's good? He said all American fighters avoid hard fights. Yeah, that's not true. I don't know what boxing you watch. Tio Carter's up this year. Yep, that'd be good for him. He's looking for a way out. He wants to stay I'm not sure. Maybe undefeated, so he can hold his bargaining tool. Well, he's not undefeated. Remember, he lost to George Kambosos, Jace. I'm not sure. I'm assuming maybe you meant undefeated. I'm not sure what word that is. Undefeated. But if you meant undefeated, he's not undefeated. He's He already lost to Kambosos, but he is a champion. So yeah, if he wants to keep his belt, yeah, for a bargaining tool, yeah. But yeah, but that's the thing though, Jace, because I don't know if you saw, with the WBO, they had the convention with their new president Olivieri, right? He said that Teofimo will get stripped if he doesn't fight the winner of Catterall and Barbosa. So you might be right that he's trying to keep his belt as a bargaining tool, but he can't even do that according to WBO. So he has to fight somebody, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Jack, the winner of Catterall and Barbosa, or it's somebody else of some type of consequence or relevance that we want to see, he's gonna have to fight somebody, you know. So shout out to the WBO. They're not playing no more games, you know what I'm saying? They said, oh, you don't want to fight nobody, I'm not going. So you could try to keep it as a bargaining tool, but that's only gonna last so long. Only if he doesn't win the title. Yeah, probably ends up getting stripped. Yeah, facts, Fugazi. Are you going to address the allegations at all? You dating Clarissa Shields? Allegations? What's the allegations with Clarissa Shields? Yeah, I don't know what the allegation. Am I dating Clarissa Shields? Are you trying to say I'm papoose? I don't know what you. Yeah, that was confusion, bro. Bruno, if you're gonna try to be funny, you should actually ensure that maybe you should go seek somebody first, and then before you push enter. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Clarissa Shields allegations they have. So why would I need to address anything about Clarissa Shields? So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, right. I don't know. Right? He tried too hard to be funny. That's what people do on the internet, man. You tried way too hard and you failed. That's tough. I don't know. Nobody knows what you're talking about, brother or sister, because you're talking like a little biatch. You're over here gossiping about who's dating who. What the hell? Anyway, but yeah. So I think that Teofimo, he just needs, in my opinion, now I think that, like, I think it was Jace. Jace said maybe he wants to get out of a top rank contract. Yeah, he probably needs to get out. Who lost their kid? I don't know, Oscar. They stumbled in here, so, you know, at least they know they'll be safe, you know, because we love the kids around here, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna put you at the little kiddie table, but we love the kids. We'll definitely watch it. That's crazy. Okay, so look, on my screen, Karma's message showed up on here, but I don't see Karma's message on my actual chat. So if I miss a message, I apologize. Alex Nice in the building was good. He said he either fight Matias, who top 10 in WO, or the winner of Catterall Barbosa, who are fighting in limited. But that's the thing, Fugazi. Like I said, apparently SUBRIEL Matias seemed like he might move on. He might fight. Looks like he might be going the IBF route, because it's been announced that, you know, things move with fluidity in boxing, right? So something might be true right now, won't be true tomorrow. But Elvis Rodriguez and SUBRIEL Matias are fighting. And if that's the case, then that means SUBRIEL Matias said, hey, man, I'm not playing no games with Teofimo, bro. I'm not going to wait. Not only is he not fighting Teofimo, he's not even staying in the WBO. He's going to go back to the IBF route, you know? So I don't know how true that fight will be. When is Catterall versus Barbosa? I don't think they ascertained a date yet. Define irony. I heard that it was going to be in, I think I read March, but I don't think so. So I don't think they ascertained a date yet, irony. But yeah, so I just think that he needs to focus more on actually fighting in the ring and stop fighting on Twitter. And you know, I wanted to keep talking, though, because I like when people talk. I think it was Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan. February 15th? Okay, February 15th. That's what. Thank you, Oscar. Yeah, so they do have a date. Thank you. February 15th. So the day after Valentine's Day. Let's go. So that weekend's going to be fire then, because the 14th is Berinchik defending his title against Keyshawn Davis. Dennis Berinchik and Keyshawn Davis, and then Jared Anderson against Marios. I can't remember his last name. Forgive me. And then the next day on the 15th, we'll have Catterall and Barbosa. Thank you, Oscar. Hey, that's fire. What Dub say? What Dub? I don't even see what Dub said. Yeah, my chat is tripping, because I didn't see. I see Smoochie say laugh my butt off at Dub, but I don't see anything Dub said. He said Teofimo was the first one amongst the youngsters to test themselves and the first one to complete lose his marbles. Jonathan said, I don't know, Jonathan, because yes, you're right. Of course, I think you're referencing his fight against Lomachenko, but I want to ask you something, Jonathan. I'm not being funny or anything, but correct me if I'm wrong. If my memory doesn't serve me correctly, Teofimo fought Lomachenko and got put on the map, right? I mean, not on the map, because we knew him as an up-and-comer, right? But Teofimo was the underdog against Lomachenko, right? And this is going to sound like I'm disrespecting Lomachenko. I'm not really. I'm just telling you the truth like I see it. I don't think he would have been put in that situation, whether it was Lomachenko or Bob Arum, whatever you want to say. I don't think he would have been put in that situation if Teofimo was a takeover. He was a self-proclaimed takeover after he beat Lomachenko. So at that point, my point is that at that point, of course, you're going to take a risk, because Lomachenko was the guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how could I say? It's kind of like, I'm trying to think. Give me a second. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody who is taking a risk. It's like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, right? Shout out to Schofield for taking the fight against Shakur Stevenson. But of course you're gonna take that fight, because Shakur's a champion and you trying to prove yourself, you know. And if worst case scenario you lose, right? Hopefully we won't throw you away. But worst case scenario, you lose, you can still bounce back. Say, oh, David NYIKA against OPETAIA. He took that fight in what? 2 weeks notice, right? After Hussein Sakara hurt his ankle. Yeah, man, shout out to David NYIKA, because he I don't think he should take the fight, you know, unless he knows something. But we got to respect it, and I respect the hell out of him for taking the fight to fight OPETAIA. Now, would I say that he was the first person to test themselves, or is he taking it, or is he doing what you should do? I think he's doing what you should do, especially if you're confident in yourself. So I'm not knocking Teofimo for that. Shout out to Teofimo, but I think a lot of times we forget that Teofimo was an underdog against Lomachenko. He wasn't quite the takeover yet, so I want to see that as him. I'll say he was testing himself against Josh Taylor, but I think Lomachenko was just an opportunity that he took advantage of. I don't see that as a dangerous fight per se for Teofimo. It has nothing to do with Lomachenko being bad, but it's just because there was no expectations, no pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Same with David NYIKA right now. Shout out to him. He gets more credit, but there's essentially almost no pressure. So 3 weeks notice. Thank you. 3 weeks notice. Yeah, facts. Teofimo one-punch KO champion Richard Comey instantly went into unification versus Loma when he was a heavy underdog. Yeah, exactly. He's a heavy underdog against Loma. Right. That's the point I'm making. Exactly. So you're going to, you know what I'm saying, you're going to ride that momentum and you're on top rank. You could even argue that maybe he was forced in a failed attempt to try to feed and boost up Lomachenko's resume. You know what I'm saying? But boost his profile at the time. It just backfired, you know. Same with, you know, as we see with Eddie Hearn and some guys that, you know, look at Gallegos. Gallegos upset the apple cart when he beat Khalil Ko, right? That wasn't supposed to happen, you know, and stuff like that. So I feel like it was just an upset, you know. But shout out to Teofimo, like, of course, that was a great win. Him and Josh Taylor, that was his win over Josh Taylor and Lomachenko, even though they happened a long time ago. Those are some great wins, you know. But his last fights, right, they just don't look that good, especially at 140, right? He hasn't looked good at all, really, at 140. Was it? Now you said Richard Comey, Sandor Martin. Remember Sandor Martin, the welterweight from Spain, or the junior welterweight from Spain. Who else? Pedro Ocampo, right? Too, or something like that. So yeah, it's just I don't know, man. But yeah, he definitely just needs to get back on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Get back rolling, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes, though. But yeah. Yep. Zhu Shiming KOs. What you know about Zhu Shiming, bro? What you know? Who came in here talking about Zhu Shiming, man? Pedro Campos, who I was talking about. Hey, let me show you something real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. That's what they say, Zhu Shiming, bro. What you know about Zhu Shiming, bro? Let's see if I can find it, bro. Hey, who's Zhu Shiming? Smoochie said, Zhu Shiming. Smoochie said, Zhu Shiming.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? No damn well who I am. Who the fuck
Look at this.
is that?
Can you see this? If you really know Zhu Shiming, you know what this is. I can't read your name because it's in, you know, in those characters. You know, I'm assuming it's Mandarin, but I'm not sure. But anyway, Zhu Shiming is a Chinese Olympian. This is Zhu Shiming's autograph right here. He used to be trained by Freddie Roach. Yeah, man, I really do this boxing stuff, man. What you know about Zhu Shiming, bro? My boy came in here talking about Zhu Shiming, man. Shout out to Zhu Shiming, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the bad little thing with him too, man. When I got his autograph, man, she was bad. She the one that actually got me the autograph. Shit, she took my glove for me. I think it was his wife or girlfriend. I don't know. She was gonna take my number too. Hell. No way, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Zhu Shiming's autograph, man. Yeah, I got Zhu Shiming, Sugar Shane Mosley's, Manny Pacquiao's, Andre Ward's, Terrence Crawford. I have a lot of autographs. I met him in Vegas. I think I met Zhu Shiming during the, what fight was that? I think that was Pacquiao Bradley when I went in Vegas. It was either Pacquiao Bradley or that was around. Yeah, I think it was Pacquiao. Either Pacquiao Bradley or Floyd and Mayweather McGregor. I can't remember. That's great to have. Yes, sir. One boy Dub. He said, MAW said, WBO orders Mando. Tio better honor, man. He better or he gonna get stripped, bro. Fighters paying money to be in line to get shots. That's a fact. Those lines need to move and not stagnate. I agree. Belt is leverage for money fights, but honor the Mando. Hey, man, you preach right here. Let me get back to MAW. Hold on. My boy MAW Preacher. He said, if WBO orders Mando, Tio better honor the Mando.
Yeah.
Fighters paying money to get in line, to be in line to get a shot.
Yeah.
Those lines need to move and not stagnate.
Yeah.
Belt is leverage for money for fights. Belt is leverage for money fights.
Yeah.
But honor the Mando or lose it. That's a fact. You got to honor the mandatory. That's why sometimes, like, you know, as boxing fans, we do get frustrated when the mandatory gets called. Like, you know, Artur Beterbiev is called to fight Michael Eifert. Like, who the heck is that? But at the same time, Michael Eifert is in a position to where he deserves a title shot, man. Same with MJ Akhmadaliev. He's a WBA mandatory. He's been so for a while. He deserves the fight against Naya in a way. Same with William Skull, right? William Skull was an IBF mandatory against Saul Canelo Alvarez, the first ever undisputed at 168-pound division, right? Saul Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight him. That's okay, but it happened. He gave up the belt. You know, so all these people talking trash about my boy Cinnamon. Oh, he should fight this guy. He don't fight his mandatories. Well, if you don't fight your mandatories, give up the belt, and that's what he did. He gave the IBF belt. And when he fought Edgar Berlanga, we may not like it. Edgar Berlanga was ranked #1 for the WBA. That was a mandatory. I'm just saying. So as just people, we are selective with those that we put pressure on, or those that we disapprove of their actions, but others we let fly by. Jonathan Lambarena dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir. Appreciate you dropping that graffiti on the chat walls, man. I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to him. He said, y'all tune in to Mizuta. Oh, let me make sure I pronounce it right. Mizuki, excuse me. Y'all tune in to Mizuki Haruta fight on January 17th. Okay, bet. You know, I'm gonna tune in. Shoot. What broadcast? What network? Y'all tune into the Mizuki Haruta fight January 17th. I'm gonna definitely try to. Yo, salute to you, Warlock Boxing in the building. What's good, brethren? Appreciate everybody coming through, man. This year is starting good. Yes, sir. This year's starting good, man. This year's starting real good. I thought it was gonna be slower, but it's picking up, man. It's picking up, man. I'm missing some messages. I don't even see Oscar's message, man. But yeah, this year's doing pretty well. And January 17th, I think there's another fight next week as well. There's a fight next week as well, if I'm not this weekend. I think Caroline Dubois. Can someone check me on that? I think Caroline Dubois fights either this weekend or next weekend. Caroline Dubois fights, man. So yes, sir, man. So yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. But yeah, we're about to watch a Jai Opetaia versus David NYIKA fight as well. That should be a good one, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like Jai Opetaia. It's hard to pick anybody over him in the cruiserweight division, but man, I like David NYIKA, man. I like his demeanor. I like the way he expresses himself. I like the way, you know, he's articulate, and he seems like he's just down to earth and humble, and he. You know, he reminds me, like I said, Sean Porter, man. Like, Sean Porter to me was the same way. He's down to fight anybody at any given time. He's just about that life, but he's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Porter, you know, in and out the ring. Obviously, he has his podcast and stuff like that. Very, very expressive, and he's very in tune with himself, man. I like David NYIKA a lot, bro. I only seen like two or three of his fights, but I will give Jai Opetaia a lot of credit for beating this guy if he beats him. And if David NYIKA wins, man, ooh, I got to give him his credit too, bro. What time that start? The prelims start at 2 a.m. Eastern time. He said, definitely got to watch more Japanese boxing. Oh, you know, you at the right place, Irony. It's been a little slow for You know, we would have been watching Fernando Puma Martinez against Kazuta Ioka, but Martinez was injured or sick or something, so the fight was canceled. That was supposed to be on the 31st, right? Yeah, it was supposed to be December 31st, New Year's Eve, but it got canceled. We would have watched that, you know what I'm saying? So we watched all the fights. He said, who you got? What do you think about Shakur Kid Austin? Excuse me. I think Shakur wins. However, if Shakur wins, I'm going to give him full credit too, because I think Shakur is going against a live dog, a young bull in Kid Austin. I think he will make it ugly and rough. But at the same time, I think that Kid Austin is a little out of his league, a little green, but I think it's a good fight, man. Shout out to him for even taking the challenge and won the challenge, because like we said, a lot of young fighters are same with Teofimo fighting Lomachenko. A lot of young fighters don't really embrace the challenge like that, you know, and they're worried about their O's. But I do think that the risk matches or exceeds the reward. Sorry, the reward matches the risk or exceeds the risk if you're Kid Austin, because you know, we do know him, those of us that pay attention to boxing and we're pugilist enthusiasts and boxing purists, but he doesn't have a big name yet. So if he beats Shakur, man, his profile gonna go through the roof, man. So shout out to him, man. But I think it's a good fight. I just think Shakur is out of. I think Kid Austin bit off a little more than he could chew, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give him his credit. His box IQ is crazy. Yeah, man. Former Olympian, man. Bronze bomber, right? Like Deontay Wilder. He was a bronze medalist in the Tokyo Games, I believe. And then David NYIKA, that is. And then he was a gold medalist in the Commonwealth Games. Zhu Shiming might still be in Macau on the Pac-Man Bam Bam Rios undercard. He said he might still be in Macau. He might still be in Macau on the Bam Bam, on the Pac-Man Bam Bam Rios undercard. I'm telling you, bro. Shout out to Bam Bam Rios, man. Yeah, that's back when Robert Garcia still has a good stable, but that was back when he had a mean stable, man. He had Bam Bam. He had his brother, Mikey Garcia. Yeah, man. Shout out to Robert Garcia, man. I always like Robert Garcia. He always has a strong stable of fighters, man. Remember Bam Bam Rios and Mike Alvarado? Those wars? Those are some good fights, man. Shout out to Bam Bam Rios, but Pacquiao did what he did. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, we can't underestimate these fighters nowadays, and because we've been seeing a lot of upsets. We've been seeing a lot of upsets, bro. We called a lot of them, but we've seen some, right? But Coley versus Jared Anderson was an upset. We called that one. Liam Paul versus SUBRIEL Matias was an upset. We called that one right, too. Daniel Dubois versus AJ was an upset. We called that one right, too. Rayo versus Pitbull Cruz was an upset. I got that one wrong. I thought Pitbull would win that one. Yeah, there's been a lot of upsets, man. There's always, yeah, man. Lucas Body when he beat Aston Silv, right? H2O Silv. When Lucas Body caught a body. That was an upset. Hey, Ajit Kabayel when he beat Arslan Bekmakmadov. That was an upset, right? So, yeah, you're right. There was a lot of upsets. There's always a lot of upsets, though. You just got, we just got to watch boxing. That's why we have a category for it, upset of the year. That's a fact. Shout out to Kid Austin stepping up and grabbing his opportunity with both his. Facts. I agree with you, MAW. Yeah, facts. You got to respect the young man for doing that. A lot of folks wouldn't do it. You know, Jai got that scary 1,000-yard stare. That man is immediate pressure. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hitch's power upset. Was that he was a favorite? I don't remember. I thought it was like a 50-50 fight, but I think it was pretty close going in. Yeah, I'm not sure that was an upset. It could be, though. I'm not sure. Yo, just doing the build. It was good, brethren. I think you're right that Parra was a slight favorite, but I don't think it was much. But yeah, we could say that too. Yeah, we could say that was an upset too. Yep. People forget Ajit beat breaks off of Chisora. Yeah, people do forget that, including myself. Man, I would have gambled on Ryle versus Pitbull. I didn't realize Ryle was the RGBA for that one. Yeah, man. Shout out to Kid Austin. I read that already. Y'all check out my boy Just Do. He said, yeah, man. So I think that there's definitely a lot of upsets, man. I think David, how many fights does NYIKA have? 10 fights? He only has 10 fights. So like I said, it's a tough task, man. He's arguably going against the best guy in the cruiserweight division. Like, I think that a lot of people prematurely call Ja OPETAIA the best at cruiserweight. I think that Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez has a lot to say about that, especially the fact that he's unified after beating Chris William Smith for his WBO title. Zurdo has a WBA and the WBO title right now. Ja OPETAIA has a IBF, and Badu Jack has a WBC. So I think that you got to go with the you got to give the unified champion his respect as the only person to be unified. But I think that for me, it's between those two at the top of the barrel, right? Ja OPETAIA and Zurdo. I think those are the two clear best from where I'm sitting. And now who would win between those two? We want to see it. But at the same time, man, if David NYIKA could, bro, and plus also you have that rivalry there, right? New Zealand versus Australia. That's a pretty big rivalry in that part of the world. So yeah, this fight is pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I'm looking forward to it, man. I hope David NYIKA may the best man win. I don't have a horse in the race, but bruh, if David NYIKA pulls it off, bro, that'd be crazy. I'll be happy for him, And if Ja OPETAIA wins, I'll be happy for him too, because that'd bring us one step closer to a potential unification with Jai and Zurdo. So can't really go wrong with the outcome of this fight. That's what I always say, man. I love upsets. I got fighters that I like more than others slightly, but I'm always one for an upset, bro. Upsets keep the sport going, keeps us guessing, keeps us interested and intrigued. That's why when people say, "Oh, this fight's a gimme, that fight's a gimme," it just lets me know that, bro, you don't really watch boxing, bro. There's really not too many gimme fights. There's really not too many gimme fights in boxing, man. There's some, but there's not too many now. So you just never know, man. It's fighting, man. One punch could change it all. So yeah, man. So I don't know what's going on in my chat. I think I'm missing some chats, man. But yeah. So that's all I want to talk about right there, man. I'm gonna open up the Discord. If anybody wants to join the Discord, feel free to join. I'm about to open up the chat now. I'm gonna stay in there for a little bit, and if not, then I'll just slide. He says the cord. Yeah, the cord's open. Yeah, you hop in. I'm in the Discord right now. I wanted to see something else too. I don't remember what it was. I wanted to see. Yeah, so we will be live for the David NYIKA. Sorry, OPETAIA versus David NYIKA fight. I don't know why my chat is messing up. But yeah, I do want to see. Said Tree Top said, "What up?" What would you say? Tank versus Roach is a gimme fight? I would say that's close. Jonathan. I would say the reason why I would say that's close is because I think people are underestimating how good of a fight that potentially could be. Because people love to exaggerate the importance and significance of amateur competition, right? Well, they had some close amateur fights, I think Tank is more of 135 than Lamont Roach is. Obviously, he's a champion. But Lamont Roach has more fights at 135, if I'm not mistaken, or at least either the same amount or more. So this fight is pretty good, and plus Lamont Roach is a champion at 130. So it's not like he's fighting anybody at 130. And then not to mention, I know this is a lot of context I'm adding, but it's important, right? This context is important. Tank tried to fight Lomachenko for unification. Lomachenko said he's contemplating retirement. That's cool. But Roach wasn't his first option. Then he tried to fight Rayo. Rayo said that he was still recovering from a long, strenuous camp in preparation to beat and fight a hard fight against Isa Pipo Cruz. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for not jumping at a bag and knowing himself and giving himself the best opportunity to win. He's like, no, that's too quick of a turnaround. That's cool. But that means that that wasn't Roach. That wasn't the first or second option. Then the third option, he tried to fight De Los Santos, the same guy that put on that poo-poo fest with him and Shakur, right? He tried to fight him, but De Los Santos was injured, right? So then he went on Lamont Roach. So that's 1, 2, 3. Roach was the fourth option. And he's a champion at 130. So do I think it's a gimme fight? I would say it's not a fight that I wanted. It's not a fight that I'm intrigued about. It's not a fight that I was super interested in or desired. But I think it's a good fight. Better than what people think. And I think Lamont Roach is a live dog. So no, I wouldn't say it's a gimme fight. But I can understand people being disappointed in it. For example, like I'll give you an example, like Nick Ball. Nick Ball is fighting TJ Doheny. Nick Ball's at 126. TJ Doheny is coming from 122. He's not a champion, and he was just not knocked out cold, but he was stopped in his last fight against Naoya Inoue at a division below. No one's complaining about that. So not only is Nick Ball fighting a guy that's from a weight class below him like Tank, he's fighting a guy that's not a champion, didn't even win his last fight, and he was stopped his last fight at a weight class below. So I don't think it's a bad fight. To be a gimme fight is a bad fight. So no, I don't think it's a gimme, no. But I do understand people not being excited about it, because of course we wanted the unification. Obviously we want Tank versus Shakur, or we want Tank versus Loma, or we want Tank versus even Berinchik, hell, or the winner of Keyshawn Davis and Berinchik, or Berinchik and Keyshawn Davis now, Denise. So yeah, it's not a fight that we wanted, but I don't think it's a gimme. No, I don't think just because you're fighting somebody in a smaller weight class is a gimme. Like look at Clarissa Shields, right? She just fought Joe Anisi. Shout out to Clarissa Shields, right? She's a champion at another weight division, saying coming from 154, and she beat Joe Anisi, right? That's not a gimme fight, right? She was a smaller person. She went and beat the bigger person. Just because you're a smaller person fighting a bigger person doesn't mean that the smaller person is going to necessarily lose. So, nah, I don't think it's a gimme, but I understand people being disappointed. What about you? Would you say it's a gimme fight? I'm expecting Jai wins, but the good guy, Dave, yeah, I like that. The good guy, David NYIKA, right? And who was the gentleman? The gentleman was Chris William Smith, right? Apparently really is good, genuine guy. Yeah, he seems like a good, genuine guy. Someone got to take a dub, though. I prefer Jai to look to unify WBC next. So versus Jordo. Yeah, it's facts. Yeah. If he goes to unifies with Badu Jack as a champion of WBC, then it could be Jai versus Zerto, and they could both be contributing 2 belts. You know what I'm saying? Zerto will have the WBA, WBO, and then Jai, if he wins, will have the IBF and the WBC. He said, no, Tank versus Roach is a competitive, entertaining fight. I agree, pugilism. It'll be a phone booth grudge match more than we expect, but Tank should close out. Yeah, I think Tank's going to win. But, we were just talking about upsets. So, no, I don't think there's too many gimme fights. I think Nick Ball versus TJ Doheny is a gimme fight. I think Naoya Inoue versus TJ Doheny was a gimme fight. No disrespect, but I think a lot of fights involving TJ Doheny, And if it's a high caliber opponent, I think it's a gimme fight for the elite guy or the champion. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's too many. Like even Shakur versus Kid Austin. I don't think it's a gimme fight. I think Shakur should win, but Kid Austin's gonna come to fight, man. Let me think. What else? Shoot. Give me another. Give me somebody else that just fought. It was a high profile fight. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I can't think of anybody right now. So nah, I don't think there's too many gimme fights. Even Boachuk fighting Ishmael Davis. Ishmael Davis, who's a beast. Shout out to Ishmael Davis for fighting his second fight consecutively on short notice. He took this fight in less than 6 days, right? Or 10 days, because his fight before that against Josh Kelly was a 6 days notice at a higher weight class, his debut at 160, and then he turned around to fight Boachuk on 10 days notice. People like that go under the radar, but shout out to Ishmael Davis. But still, even under those circumstances, I don't think it was a gimme fight for Boachuk, because Ishmael Davis came to fight, you know. So even though he got outclassed and he got beat, I don't think it was a gimme fight. You know, I don't think there's too many gimme fights in boxing, man. Especially when you have a champion versus a champion. But let me pull up my boy Oscar real quick. Yo, what's good, brethren?
What's up?
Mi hermano in the building. What's good? Oscar Perez in the building.
I was like, where's this guy at?
I know, bro. I apologize, bro. I know, bro.
I was looking down the window, and then like it was like that great filter, and it was like, hello darkness, my friend.
My bad, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, though. Y'all was it makes me feel love, man. I feel the love, man. So I appreciate it, man. I definitely missed y'all too. I just didn't want to hop on nothing short, right? Because like I said, I've been moving around a lot lately, and I was supposed to be in Philly, Pennsylvania, today, but they had that winter storm. What's it called? Winter Storm Blair. So it literally got my flight. Yeah, my flight literally was canceled. So I might have to go either next week or the week after for it to be rescheduled. I'll take care of some stuff over there. Yeah, so I've just been dealing with some stuff, but everything good though, man. Nothing bad, thank God. All good stuff, just stuff. But yeah, man, what's up, bro? What you think about this stuff we've been talking about today, man? What you think about Boots and Stanionis, man? You think it actually happened? You think Eddie Hearn gonna pull the trigger?
Yeah,
has to, bro.
he has to.
Has
If
to.
not, he's gotta lose Boots,
Facts.
and for the wrong reason.
Right. I'm not gonna lie though. I think he has to too. But what do you think about Stanionis's chances?
They're good.
They're good, bro. I'm with you. I think they're pretty good, man. Like I said, if I had to bet on it, I'm betting on Boots. I think Boots is the best at 147. But bro, Stanionis is tough, man.
It's like he's good, but by how much?
That exactly.
I was looking at it. I was looking at it since it was like the talk. I was like, man, I don't know about this.
Yeah, man. I'm just doubtful, man. I'm not sure it actually happens. Like I said, I didn't. If anybody knows in the chat, please let me know. But I don't even know why. How did he get free from the mandatory against Shakram Giyashov? Because that mandatory was called for Stanionis, that is. So, and now, like I said, Giyashov is a matchroom fighter. So, like I said, maybe Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying, talk to him and, you know, it's like, hey, man, you know, step aside. We'll hook you up next fight, or we'll give you some money to let this fight happen with Boots and let me prioritize the unification. I don't know exactly how that went down. But I'm still doubtful that happens. But, man, hopefully he does make it happen. That'd be great. That'd be great. And I think Stanionis has a good chance.
Stanionis has a good chance. A Jogba has a good chance. Hey, that's only going on AJ. That was wild.
Bro, why he went on AJ like that, bro?
Oh, he said, I got a Jogba. That's all he said.
Bro, that's what I'm like, bro. All I know is that he picked a job. But like I said, I could be missing something. I don't claim to know everything. But I didn't see anything else besides AJ saying that he had FA job. But Martin McCauley went in. Martin McCauley said, I'm not going, bro. You would think the FA job was like an old lady or something. Like, I don't know why he got so offended, bro. And AJ's Nigerian too, you know, so that probably has a lot to do with it. You know, FA job is Nigerian, AJ's Nigerian, British, you know, British Nigerian. So that's crazy.
Him a fake African.
Bro, he called him a fake. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I didn't like that, but it was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, it was funny, but
I was like, bro, AJ is you. What are you talking about?
bro, I
You're
don't
from
get
the
it, bro.
Congo. You fight out the UK, man. What are you
Hey,
talking about?
yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. PR Boxer said Tio is a real duck. It's looking like it, bro. It's looking like it, PR. That's what's fact.
Bro, Tio, whenever the same consistent problem keeps popping up, and the problems with a lot of different people, and the only consistent thing is you, the problem might be you, bro. Like, the problem might not be everybody else.
Yeah, that's the only point I'm making, bro.
And it could be like the contract, it could be whatever, but nah, man, it's you. It's you. You shouldn't be saying, "Oh, this guy does." Bro, you're ducking everybody.
Talk to
You're
him.
calling out a guy 2 divisions higher, 1 division lower. Get out of here.
Right. Right. I'm with you on that, man. So yeah, I don't know, bro. I think that he's just looking really silly, man. Outside of the stuff that he's saying, of course, that makes it look even sillier. But silly to be nice about it. I can think of some other words I could use to describe him and his antics, but yeah, he just looks very silly,
Bro,
man.
that's crazy, bro. Like, bro, you just come out of a fucking scandal, and then you go back and just try to shoot the same bullet again.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it just so happens, like all the things that needs to happen left is to go in another podcast making fun of it.
Come on, bro.
That's what he has to do again.
Come on, bro.
It's like the same story.
Same stories. Just replay, bro. Rewind and repeat.
Tio is like the, you ever seen that circle where it's like arrows and it's like it all goes back in circle?
Yep.
Tio calls someone a duck. He makes some racial remarks.
Yep.
He goes in a podcast.
Yep.
Everybody forgets him. Tio calls out somebody else. Makes some racial remarks. And it's just that same circle.
You're right.
Oh, man.
You're right, bro. Rinse and repeat, bro. Rinse and repeat.
Hey, but that's a cool move, ain't a lot. And shame on Canelo for embracing him. Shame on him.
Shame on him, bro. Shame on him, man. Shout out to my boy Cinnamon, though. But some people are just nice, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving an excuse, but sometimes people just, I don't know. I just hope it's not to his own detriment, though. Just like I said, as long as you don't mess with my boy Cinnamon, then I'm cool, bro. I'm gonna pull up on his ass if Canelo loses his next fight. I'll tell you that right now. I'll pull it up on Tio, bro. You ever link up with Ring IQ Boxing Talk? No, I'm not familiar, Jonathan. It's a great platform. You would be a great addition to the panel. I appreciate that compliment, bro. Shout out to you and shout out to them. I'm not familiar with them, but yeah, I check them out. But no, I'm unfamiliar, Jonathan. I appreciate that compliment, though, bro. But yeah, I think I'm gonna ask you a question that Pugilism asked. I already answered it. But he said I might serve. He said I might serve hit that corner. Whoa. Wait, Smoochie, what you talking about? I don't know what Smoochie talking about. But Pugilism said, what's tougher for Bud? Getting 154 undisputed or beating Canelo at 168? If all the 154 unification fights have no roadblocks in between. I answered that I think Canelo is more difficult because I think, like I said, I think Cinnamon beats Bud. No disrespect to Bud. I don't think that's not disrespectful, right? I just think that it's Cinnamon. They're both great fighters, phenomenal talents. Both have their share of accolades and accomplishments. And you can make an excuse and you could justify either one of them winning. But in my opinion, I would put my last dollar on Canelo beating Bud. I would not.
I disagree.
I would put every dollar on Bud beating every champion at 154, no matter how difficult it'll be. They're both difficult in my opinion. But I would put my bottom dollar on Canelo beating Bud. But go ahead. What do you think?
I disagree. I think 154 undisputed is tougher.
Okay.
Just because the length of time that it will take, Bud don't move like back to back fight.
Right.
If it was to fight back to back, I think Canelo all day. But he don't move like, and he's old.
He is.
He's old.
He is. That's true.
Just that he entered his prime a long time ago. Just that people now started realizing him.
Yep.
And he didn't. In game.
Yep. And even still, people still don't acknowledge him. It's crazy.
There's gonna be 2 wars. Depends if Fundora drops the belt or not, or whatever happens with Fundora.
You're right.
Let's say it's just 2. That's 2 wars, man. Like
that is 2. You're right. That's a good point.
Like maybe, like if it was 1 fight, I'd say, yeah, Canelo has it. But it's 2 fights against 2 capable guys. Bud's coming out of a long layoff. from North coming out of a long layoff.
Mm-hmm.
Bachram just put probably the up of the year. These are tough fights, man.
They are tough fights. That's a fact. Oh, I forgot about that upset. We were talking about upsets. I forgot about Bachram and Tim Tszyu upset. The only thing, yeah, I agree with you, especially with time. But pugilism did say assuming no roadblocks. But like you said, he only fights once a year. I just think that, I just see those as winnable fights. Like I said, I'm not saying that Bud cannot potentially outpoint Canelo, but I just think Canelo beats him because, like I said, they're both phenomenal guys, but one guy's just bigger and better. So I don't see him. I could be wrong, but I don't see Bud beating Cinnamon. I could see a path to victory for everybody at 154. That, like I said, I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I could see him beating Bachram. To me, Bachram poses the same threat. I mean, obviously he's stronger and bigger because they're all stronger and bigger from where he's coming from. But to me, Bachram and Victor Postal, another undefeated champion that Bud beat, I think they're very similar stylistically. And I think that but like you said, Bud is older now, and he's at a higher division now, so those don't play in his favor. But I could see him beating Bachram. Sebastian Fedora, like you said, that awkwardness at his height, but Sebastian Fedora, you could argue he makes it easier for his opponents with his style, with the way he fights, you know. Oh, yeah, his style, he kind of makes it easier. So I can see Bud breaking him down. I just don't see him. I just don't see him winning. Like I could think of a way that he could win. Like I could say, yeah, he could win if he fights Canelo like this, but I don't think he could do it. You know. So yeah,
Bro,
I don't see him beating Canelo.
That I've been following. I can't remember the name of it, and I don't even want to say it because it's so dumb. But it's just one channel that he posts 4 videos in the span of 2 days, contradicting himself back to back to back.
There's no accountability, man.
He was like, Canelo and Buzz won't happen because of this, and this, and he started pulling out interviews from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he was like, Canelo and Buzz, this happened. Then it was like, Crawford denies the offer. Then it was like, Crawford accepts the offer.
Yeah, people crazy, bro. Yeah, like that's the thing that I vow, you know, to not become that. Like if I make a video about something, it's because I believe it. You know, oh my bad. I didn't mean to at you. Sorry, my bad. That wasn't to you. That wasn't to you, pugilism.
Dang.
I was asking. I was asking the other guy. I can't add him because he wrote his name is in symbols. So I was asking what you meant by that. He said of course Oscar would say that. So I was like, what do you mean by that? I'm not sure what he was talking about. Hey, I appreciate that. Just do, yes sir. You said something very interesting I want to respond to, Oscar. I can't remember what you said now. Damn, my bad. I just got the. What'd you just say? Okay, go ahead.
Besides that,
go ahead.
I think people are mistaken. They think Canelo's gonna come in like how he fights at 168.
Right.
That's not how he's coming in.
Right.
He's not gonna be the 1-2 punch like counter punch. He's still gonna counter punch.
Right.
That's not how he's gonna come in.
Right.
Because I think Canelo and Eddie are too smart to realize that. Bud is agile. Canelo is agile, but in a different way.
Right.
I think he might come back to like, you know, I think if the fight was to happen at 168, this is probably the first time we're gonna see Canelo below 168.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that yeah, people just make stuff for content. I get we are content creators, but at the same time, I'm not disingenuous, man. I got integrity, and if I make a video about something, it's because I believe it, or I have a good reason to believe that. I'm not just gonna make a video just for clicks, but maybe I should, because you know a lot of those channels blow up like that. But yeah, I agree with what you said too, and that's the thing. Like, but and I'm not, bro. To me, Bud Usyk. Who else? It doesn't matter. But Bud and Usyk are some of the most intelligent fighters, you know, in the game right now, and I think that's why they're so good. But I think people forget that Canelo is an intelligent fighter too. Like, how do you think he's able to fight? And they just say his power, but how do you think he's able to fight and keep up with guys that are consistently bigger than him? You know what I'm saying? So
not only that, but you got different styles. You got Berlanga, Amar,
right,
you beat
right,
I think, or
right,
Slaughter, you beat him.
Right.
Billy Joe, a bully, he beat him.
Munguia, a high volume puncher, young.
He beat him. Like,
come on, bro.
Like, it's the same as Crawford.
Exactly. They both very intelligent. I would say that I think personally that Bud has more tools. I don't think anybody could really argue that. I think he demonstrates and exhibits more tools in his breadbasket. But I mean, what did we just see with Richardson Hitchens and Liam Paro? I said the same thing about Liam Paro. I said, man, you know, watching that fight, I feel like Liam Paro is a very versatile. I still think he's more versatile. I still think he's a better overall fighter. I think he's more of a jack of all trades. But what do they say? You're a jack of all trades and a master of none. That looked like a demonstration of Richardson Hitchens being great at one thing, which was range and jabs. And you know what I'm saying, utilizing his range and keeping him at bay against somebody who was good at a lot of things, but not great at any one thing. And that great at one thing is sometimes all you need. You know what I'm saying? So just because someone has more tools in their in their bag or in their basket doesn't mean that they have the most effective or most appropriate tool for the job that needs to be done at hand. So, you know, I just think it's very, any way you cut it, even if Bud does win and outpoints him, it's going to be a very tough night. And, yeah, when it comes down to it, I got Cinnamon, man. I know a lot of people think that, oh, I just like that because I like Cinnamon, but I mean, I do like him, but at the same time, I look at boxing too, and I, you know, when Zhang and Wilder fought, I said, man, I got Zhang, even though, you know, I like them both, but I like Wilder more. But that's not going to stop me from making an assessment. What I think is fair. I just think that Canelo is, it's so crazy. You could be so great, but still be so underrated, I guess. Same with Bud though. They both are, you know. And, you know, the Bud haters, like, they be at like that, man. You would think Bud fought 40 bums. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry. I said 40 bums. Sorry, he fought 39 bums and 1 handicap because Errol Spence is handicap. Yeah, he's great, but he's a handicap, right? That's what they say. So you would think he fought, gosh dang, 39 bums and 1 handicap person. Errol Spence.
What was that guy's name that had like 100 and something amount of losses?
Dale Aerosmith. Right. Yeah, Dale Aerosmith from the UK. Yeah, you would think that's Bud. It's crazy, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, get a man credit, bro. Like, there's a lot of, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great fighters out there that we just don't give credit, man. And like, even when especially when we talk about like pound for pound lists, like I tell people all the time, man. Tyson Fury, if it wasn't for his, Tyson Fury, I think you could still argue him being on the pound for pound list. If Errol Spence if it wasn't for his inactivity, he would still be on my pound for pound list. You lost to one time to one person, and that guy's top 3. And then Tyson Fury, you lost twice, but it was to one person, and that guy's top 3. So it's like, bro, how could I knock you that bad? How could I knock you that low for losing to your only loss being the guys that we consider number 1, 2, or 3 pound for pound? Like, that's not a bad loss, dog. We're the same ones that cry about boxers not wanting to lose, but then when they lose, we're the first ones to abandon them. Oh, they trash. Oh, you can't just lose. You trash. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, everything's garbage.
Right.
He beat Mel Brooks on his backyard.
Come on, dog. It's life, though. Hypocrisy of us all. But
let's talk about one of your favorite subjects, though.
What's that?
Bomb Squad.
Oh, man, I don't want to talk about that, bro. I can't believe this man about to be back at BLK Prime on, was it April, right? I think I said.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I don't know. I don't know that accurate. I don't know if it's like Black Prime. That's what I always thought it was, but I'm not sure. I'm not certain on that.
You know, I thought it was like bare knuckle, but I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know
Devin Haney is not fighting bare knuckle.
Nah, hell no. he better get the biggest gloves, 16 ounces. But yeah, man, Deontay Wilder coming back, man. I don't know, man. I'm nervous for my guy, man. I think that not even losing. If he loses, it's fine, but man, you can't keep getting hit like that, bro. You don't want to get punch drunk like, you know what I'm saying, Meldrick Taylor. I was gonna say rest in peace. Is he still
here, man? Because Todd said that's his guy.
Who that? Who's this guy? Oh, yeah, Shaw. Yeah, Steven, you talk about Stephen Shaw. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Stephen or Steven? I think it's Stephen.
Yeah, he spells it Stephan, so Stefan. Or Stefan. Or Stefan, yeah, probably. You're right. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. It's Stefan. Yeah, because I see Stefan spelled like that or Stefan. Yeah, Stefan. Yeah, it's probably Stefan.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep, Stefan Shaw. Yeah, I think that's I don't know much about Stefan Shaw. I saw him fight one time. Was it F.A. Jabba that's probably it. I think I saw him fight somebody else too. But
or Gumel or whatever.
Yeah.
I was watching some of his fights. I still haven't watched a whole lot about him.
Right, so I have to do my research on him too.
That guy looks dangerous for Wilder, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He looks dangerous. I mean, anybody looks dangerous against Wilder.
That part.
But that FA Jacobs fight, it looks so close with the clear winner. But I just feel like FA Jacobs was a little bit more active. That guy has a good jab.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good footwork. He can punch while being hurt. He can hurt you while he's hurt. I don't know, man. I don't see. But like I said in the Discord, it's like join the Discord for everybody. But like I said in the Discord, it's like
oh, let me put that out there. Thank you. That's what I meant to do.
Like, is this either gonna be the final nail in the coffin, or this is gonna show us what Wilder's true level is? Because I don't care how good of a boxer you are, I don't care how big your legacy is, I don't care if you had the biggest reign in heavyweight boxing. 3 losses back to back, it's not good to anybody.
Man, he should stop at 2, bro. He should be, you know, and to be fair too, yeah, this will be, like you said, if he loses now, it'll be his 3rd loss, but this is the 2nd time. He's already had two times where he's had 2 losses back to back. Right now, one of them came to Tyson Fury, but you know, the one back to back loss came to Tyson Fury, but then, you know, then he, like you say, he lost to Zhang, and after who did he beat between? Helenius, right? Robert Helenius, and then he lost to Parker, and then Zhang, and then now, yeah, 3 times is crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, and then the way Malik Scott is putting it is like he's trying to work on his fundamentals. I'm like, bro,
stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
You're going against like Stephon Shaw, like he's a really good. He's nice boxing, like he's gonna beat you up, man.
Man, he trying to work on that bank account, man. Trying to get them pockets heavy. That's all. And like, I'm just shout out to Deontay Wilder, but yeah, I just don't think. Like I said, I'm not saying that from a standpoint of him being bad or anything like that. I just think that he's kind of past the time where he could compete at a high level in a safe manner, you know. And I think that he's dangerously close to ending up punch drunk and stuff like that. He doesn't even seem like he could, you know, get off his attack, or it doesn't even seem like he tries, you know. It just seems like he kind of lost in there.
I was gonna say, take the word kind of out of it, and
yeah,
that'd be a perfect statement.
Yeah, you're right. He just looks like he's just like he's lost in there. El Pinchy says, breaking news: Munguia versus Saras. Oh, it is confirmed. When's the date? Yeah, I heard about it. Shout out to Munguia, man. I gotta respect him. I don't think it's too smart, but I think he kind of has to exercise his right to a rematch.
And
because
shout out to Munguia. You know what happened to that ref?
Nah, I saw him take a picture with the ref. Nah, what happened with the ref?
Morales was bashing the ref, saying that it was the ref's fault and it was Munguia's fault.
Who was?
And like Morales.
Oh, Eric Morales. Wow.
And they took his license away, but Munguia helped them getting it back.
Shout out to Munguia, man. Yeah, I saw him take a picture with them. Oh, I didn't know about that part. Eric Morales was mad. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, Morales, like I said on that, like I think I was on the stream, like afterwards.
Yeah.
Like the week afterwards.
Yeah.
Morales went on a whole tantrum thing. It's just that the fighter couldn't. That's how he fights. I'm like, bro, you're the fucking trainer. You supposed to follow that out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he was like, and also, I don't want to say that the ref had anything to do with it, but
you trying to say it was a fast count or something?
Yeah, he said it was super fast.
Oh, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. You know, whatever, bro. Shout out to. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, you got to stop it, man. I mean, it wasn't a slow count. But what you want, a Tyson Fury count? That was a slow count for Tyson Fury. But Deontay Wilder's like, you want a Tyson Fury count? Like,
AJ?
Right, AJ, right, exactly. If you're dependent on the count, then your fighter already lost. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not trying to hear that. Of course, don't get me wrong. The refs can't mess up, but Eric Morales got to lock in, man. It just wasn't a good game plan, man. He lost to Bruno Saras. He was his 5th KO, bro. 5th KO, bro. Number 5 was Munguia. So
he looked terrible again. Like,
of course,
looked terrible again.
Yeah. So shout out to Bruno Saras, man. He went in there and did his thing, man. And shout out to Munguia for trying to get it back, because you can't lose to Bruno, a guy that was relatively unknown. And even though he's undefeated, though, shout out to. Well, I want to say this again too. A lot of people are focused on the fact that Munguia lost to Bruno Saras. We forget that he was undefeated, and that was the second person that he fought that was undefeated. He's not a big name, but after he lost to Canelo, he went and fought Eric Bazinian and Bruno Saras, 2 undefeated fighters, relatively unknown or not. I think Eric Bazinian was 32-0 when he fought him, and then Bruno Saras was 20. Huh?
4 or 5 a year?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like his 4. He was very active, and so shout out to Jaime Munguia, man. And now, of course, I saw somebody say that he was taking a step backwards for fighting Canelo. It's like, bro, he's coming off his first loss. He's fighting 2 undefeated guys. How's that a step backwards? We want him to go in there and fight Christian and Billy immediately, Diego Pacheco immediately. Like, I don't get people's mindset. Like, I really don't understand some of the shit that comes out of people's mouths. I don't think they think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, now that he lost, that's devastating. And I think he should get it back. But I think it's very dangerous because Bruno Saras, I think we can all agree that he's the better boxer. And usually the rematch is always, usually they benefit the better boxer in the outfit. And Bruno Saras is definitely the better boxer. So it's dangerous, but I think he has to get it back. We got Ryan in the building. What's good, brethren?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Man, nothing much, bro. Appreciate you coming through, man.
I'm scared.
Ryan, boxing talk up north, man.
Hey, man, Brian, you've been absent too. You're not gonna get away.
Yeah, I know.
You've been absent too.
Tomorrow. I have, yo. You ain't even lying.
He said you ain't getting off the hook, bro. You've been absent too, bro.
I was like, dog ain't here, or I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna check out my boy Ryan. Ryan not here. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked.
We all out, bro. We all out, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, though. What's good with you, though, bro?
Here now. All good, bro. Good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Tio, man. Making noise.
Hey. He said shout out to Tio. It's crazy. Yo, I swear Ryan's a troll, bro. This man Ryan. He said shout out to Tio making noise.
Today,
hey, yo.
He was exposing Top Rank.
Oh, yeah. What did he say exactly? I remember you said you dropped some tea. What tea he dropped, man?
He basically said, well, he kind of exposed his management team too, but I think he needs to fire them. He said his contract is every time he wins a title, they extended his fights for 5 fights.
Oh.
So it kind of makes sense because after the Taylor win, they said he resigned. And then after that, he only called out dudes, like he called out Crawford, which could be a catchweight fight, Tank could be a catchweight fight, and Boots. You know what I'm saying? And even Brian Norman Jr., but I don't know if that was gonna happen. So,
that's the fight. That's the easiest one to happen, though. They both top ranked. That's the easiest one. They should facilitate.
Happen, but if he didn't want it, I agree, bro. Don't fight for titles. Fuck all that.
I see what you're saying. So they won't get.
That contract.
Right. The automatic extension gets kicked in again. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So it sounds like they extending, but they're not paying him. They're not extending his pay.
What he say? Got a slave deal, whips, 2 chains.
He said his management team did him wrong, which is true because they should have never signed that shit. That's crazy.
Hey, Ryan, I know you're right, and I get Theo, but I ain't gonna be the one to feel sorry for Theo.
Talk to him.
Nah, I don't feel bad for him, bro. I don't feel bad because like you gotta understand what you're getting yourself into, man. You gotta be a part of that. This is your career, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, but
not knowing that, like you could blame your management team, but at some point you gotta look at them and say, yo, what does it say on this paper? Like, why am I still in this contract with them? Like, he's been talking bad about them since Cambosis.
Oh yeah,
that's true. It's since down under.
He should have been like, look at Shakur. They said they gave Shakur his best offer. Shakur still didn't sign that shit for a reason.
Talk to him, man. You gotta bet on yourself, man.
Yeah. So I don't blame nobody but Tio.
You also gotta know what the hell you're signing. I know you got people to do that, but if that people sign that, you gotta fire all of them. Fuck them.
All of every last one of them got you in that TLC deal.
But it makes me think because like Tank sounds like he's not happy with his deal. Ryan Garcia don't even deal with Oscar. His lawyer deals with Oscar. These dudes is in some weird ass deals, bro. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's why they hate Haney because he's not really tied to nobody.
Maybe. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, Matchroom and Queensberry be looking nice. I hear no bad blood between them.
You're right, bro.
They're always in competitive fights, good fights. Well, except 135. 135 bad from Matchroom, I ain't gonna lie.
Munguia should be Shiraz in the rematch. Munguia doing the right thing. I think so too. Teal should have rematched Campbell immediately like Munguia do it. But yeah.
Yeah, he said that Cambosis didn't want to do Vada either.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Said Cambosis and Sandor. He said both of them.
Ooh, Sandor too? Oh, Lord.
no.
Not my boy Sandor. Sandor Martin. Shiraz beating Munguia surpassed Tipzu, losing to Bakram as an upset 2024. At least Bakram was a champ while Shiraz was unknown.
Fact, but it was only a 10-rounder too.
Yeah.
It don't have much relevancy.
Yeah.
Now it had relevancy.
Yeah, it had, yeah. No, I get what you're saying because like there was
But
like the
it didn't have
stakes.
as much.
Right. There was no belt on the
But
line. There was no.
the
But no, that's a good
knockout-
point,
The
MAW. That's a good
knockout was
point.
better from Bakram too. The knockout was better from Bakram. 3 rounds, bro. Man,
Yeah,
I need
3
to get
rounds
that
is crazy.
second beer.
But yeah, MAW. That was in that was a neutral ground. But Shiraz was in Tijuana. Boy, I don't know how he got up out of there.
Yeah.
But like I said, in my opinion, though, y'all know me. My upset of the year is not for the ending, but to me it was Liam Paro and SUBRIEL Matias because he went in the backyard of the boogeyman and took his belt. To me, that was upset of the year, but it didn't look like it because there was no knockout. So of course, a spectacular knockout goes to Bakram or Bruno, like you said. But yeah, for me, the upset of the year is Liam Paro or SUBRIEL. For me. Just because the belt was on the line, he went in his hometown back, and I think people are sleeping on also what could be considered as upset of the year was freaking Brian Norman over Giovanni Santillan. Now they're both domestic, you know what I'm saying? They're both from the U.S. So like that's why I lean towards Liam Paro SUBRIEL because Liam Paro went from a whole nother continent, you know what I'm saying, to a whole not just country, but a whole other continent. You know, Giovanni Santillan was in. Norman was in Giovanni Santillan's backyard, but they're still in America. You know what I'm saying? What was it? San Diego, I believe.
Yeah.
San Diego, yeah. So, and it was for a belt. So, for me, the fact that the belt was on the line and you go and upset the apple cart like that, but then, like I said, Liam Paro did against a boogeyman, quote unquote boogeyman of 140. So, he said Munguia should be Shiraz facts. Yeah. So yeah. But now that's crazy though. I'm glad you put some shed some light on that Teal situation, man. That's like I'm with Oscar. I don't, and you said it too. I don't feel bad for him still, but it's good to know. Fuck him still, but you know.
It's a business.
Yeah,
man. Gotta have the right people in your team, man. You can't be out here just
yeah.
navigating. Dude, these promoters is playing chess, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fact. Pinchy says, don't you think the odds for the most part determine upset of the year? So you're saying like the widest margin? Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to look at it too, but I also got to look at the stakes too. I mean, because, you know, Dubois and AJ, that was a wide margin too, but, you know, Dubois was a champion, you know, so it's like, you know, I wasn't really, should it have been that wide? I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Dubois.
Never been that wide.
Yeah, exactly. It should never been that wide, you know, but, so yeah, but no, that's a good way to look at it too. Yeah, like something like right now, if David NYIKA wins, shoot, he might be upset of the year for the rest of the year. We just started.
Yeah. Hey, what time are you going on? Because I want to wake up at 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up for the prelims at 2. It says, but I just don't know if it's really gonna start at 2. That's the only thing. If I don't get on at 2, is because they ain't fight at 2. Like I'm gonna be on for the prelims. So I feel like I at least owe y'all that since I've been gone. What you say, Ryan? Sorry.
I don't think the ring walks till 7.
No shot. You said 7?
Yeah, that's right.
Hold on, bro. Stop playing.
Zone.
Oh no, nah, if it's 7, then I ain't going on at 2. Then that's wild. I was thinking it would be like 4. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What the heck? 7? Oh no, I'm not going. That's crazy.
That'd be a turkey event or something.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me know. Cause I was definitely gonna get up for the prelims. I didn't know it was gonna be a 5-hour difference. No sir, that's crazy. I'm glad you said
I
that.
think the prelim starts at 3, but like they said, the main event, the ring walks for 7 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, because what I saw, it said that what I saw earlier, it said the prelims start at 2, and then okay, so this says, I don't know if this is right now. It says the main card starts at 3 a.m. But like you said, the main event, if the main card starts at 3 a.m., yeah, the main event probably won't come out until like 7, like you said, yeah. Yeah, I see. Yep, I see. The main event ring walks are expected to be around 7 a.m. Bumba.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it says. Yeah, it says prelims at 2 a.m. Main card at 3 a.m. I ain't gonna lie, man. I still might do the 2 a.m. bro, cause You know, these morning cards, man, sometimes they go fast. Like in Japan, you mess around and think that it's gonna start at the main ring walk is gonna start at 7 a.m. like they say. You done missed it for about you're an hour too late.
Yeah, but that's when you show up 3 hours before.
But yeah, let's do 3. Let's do 3 a.m. then. Let's do 3. I'll do 3. Let's do 3.
Yeah, 3.
Let's do 3 then. Yeah, because I want to see that Terramona guy too. I missed his last fight. I don't remember what I was doing, but I missed it. His last fight.
Well, he's the Olympian.
Yeah, the Olympian. Yep. Terramona.
Justice.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I want to see Justice Hooney too. Yeah, he's going against a guy, a South African dude. He's pretty all right, man. So he ain't got an easy fight.
He's going to IBF route. Okay.
If prelims are at 2, main event won't be until 5 a.m. Yeah, and so we gonna be up though. Smoochie said, Doc, you gonna miss it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Smoochie said 2, you right. No, 2, you right. You gonna miss it. Nah, I ain't doing 2. I'm gonna do 3. Watch Max Money McIntyre, fellas, and tell us what you think. Okay, Akuso brothers are good. Aussie prospects too. Okay, bet. I'll check them out. I love being put on game on younger fighters, man, no matter where they're from. So I appreciate it. I'll definitely check them out.
Ryan, any Canadian fighters that we gotta keep our eyes on? This 2025.
Next week, Jessica Camara and Caroline Dubois.
Yep, she going against Caroline Dubois. Yep.
Oh Lord.
Yep.
Hopefully, you can bring a title back to the red and white.
Hey.
Cool.
Hey.
Shout out to Donald Trump. He's trying to make us a 51st state. He's crazy, bro. What's wrong with that?
What you mean, bro? Trudeau, your Prime Minister Trudeau, man. He gotta holler at Trump, man. He gotta kiss the ring, bro.
Like, I can't even run. He's like, I just gotta step down, yo.
Yeah.
Nobody voting for me.
Trump is crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that guy Trudeau was wild though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my lord.
You got cereal for $8 up here for a box of cereal. You crazy, man.
Yeah.
Trying to kill us
Yeah,
all.
I looked at y'all's price. I was like, man, that's a Mexico was high. Never
Yeah, that's
mind.
crazy. That's a lot though. He said, "I'm hearing NYIKA is actually a good appointment." Yeah, he's straight. Like you said, he got his amateur and Olympic background, man. Bronze medalist in the Tokyo Olympics, I believe, and gold in the Commonwealth. He said, "Wow, on a Wednesday." Yeah, Wednesday is crazy, but hey, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Nika looked nice, especially in the weigh-in. You see how like he didn't back off. He didn't
Nope.
look scared. He didn't
Nope.
look like he was trying to oversell it. He was like, "Bitch, you're my bitch too."
and then look at let me show. I took a picture of this. Look at the height difference because you can't really see the height differential because a lot of times he's like leaned over. But I took a picture to
No,
show.
I seen it, bro.
Yeah, when he
seen it, I
stood
was
straight
like,
up. Yeah, you can
he's
see.
like 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'6". Yeah, he's listed. Yeah, he's listed at
I was
6'6".
like, damn, he can fight from door.
I'm telling you. Let me show y'all real
You
quick.
should be saying, damn, Fedor could be a cruiserweight.
Look at that. And you know Eddie
Would
Hearn,
that
because
be
you know
up
Eddie
to
Hearn
you?
like 6'5". You can see he's clearly taller than Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
Because I made a video saying that he was 6'6". Somebody was like, oh, he's 6'4". I'm like, bro, okay. He's listed at 6'6", bro. Like, people get attitudes about the stupidest stuff, bro. I try to correct.
Yeah, like, who cares?
Who
man?
cares?
Taller
Thank you,
than
bro.
Jay.
Thank you, bro.
Taller than OPETAIA, we know that.
Right. All you got to do is Google it, bro. It tells you right there. If I'm wrong, well, boxing record's wrong, and every time he fights and they list him at 6'6", they're wrong. But you can see what he said straight up. Man, the dude is, because OPETAIA is a strong 6'2", you know, and Eddie Hearn's supposed to be 6'5", and he's 6'6", man. So that's, I will say though, the good thing in OPETAIA, he fought a 6'6" guy before in Jordan Thompson, so it's not completely foreign to be. Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was tall.
Yeah, it's not completely foreign for him to be at such a height difference. There to be such a height difference or a height disadvantage for him. That dude looks like a problem. Yeah.
I don't know,
see a
man.
lot of people picking him,
smell
though.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see people picking him.
Yeah.
It's not no like overwhelming Jay OPETAIA love.
Right.
I don't know why. I just have this feeling I smell upset.
Bro.
I truly do smell upset.
Bro.
OPETAIA didn't look good in his last fight, man. To me, at least, the
Exactly.
Breeders fight.
British fight,
I
yeah.
thought he should have stopped.
Oh,
Breeders.
yeah.
He
I
should've
thought
retired him, bro.
I thought so too. I was kind of disappointed. I thought he looked decent against who was the last fight? Jack Massey. I thought one
Jack
smack Massey. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, he looked alright.
Yeah.
He didn't look spectacular.
Nah, he didn't look spectacular. But remember, Jack Massey has fought Joseph Parker at heavyweight too. He's not a small guy himself, so. But, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. He said that dude's like a problem, man. He said, "What time the main event starts for you?" That's crazy, Smoochie.
We just said it.
At least Wednesday doesn't clash with anything. Yeah, facts, Ozzy. Yeah, that's fact. You know, I'm gonna watch it, bro. But yeah, I think that I wonder if they love too. Cause remember too, Ryan. That's you know, they got the New Zealand Australia rivalry too. So, you know, maybe a lot of people pulling for David NYIKA.
Them flags always get me confused, man.
Yeah.
I swear they the same flag, like.
Yeah. You know, somebody was saying that where did I seen it? Or maybe I didn't. Oh, I think I saw it somewhere. I was watching a video and they're like, they're interviewing David and they're like, can you imagine if New Zealand gets 2 upsets back to back? 'Cause remember, Joseph Parker's from New Zealand as well. Well, if he beats Daniel Dubois, that'd be crazy. And this guy beats OPETAIA.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yo.
JRN in the building. What's good?
I was gonna say, like, why did Eddie was making all this Australian fights, all this Australian things, and Liam Paro got to fight in Puerto Rico? Bro, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I, in my opinion, I feel like I could be wrong about this. I think Eddie Hearn was happy that Liam Paro beat Super Matias, but I don't think he was expecting it. And I think this is just me speculating. I don't know, but I feel like he probably had a commitment to fight in Puerto Rico already. And he was like, "Shit, all right, we'll just bring him back."
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know that for sure. I'm speculating.
But they say that Paro's not even a draw in Australia.
Really?
That's why a lot of people wanted him to fight Kambosos, but Kambosos joined Matchroom too late.
Yeah. I like that fight. I got Paro as well, so that could still happen at 140, you know. And that'd be good, right? Because they both coming off of a loss. Nah, I think that's still a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
No, Cambosos is gonna have a tune-up. That's what Eddie said.
He's gonna have what?
A tune-up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's definitely not gonna be Liam Paro then.
Yeah, he said that Devin and Paro are gonna have tune-ups before, and he wants to make the Ryan Garcia rematch happen, but he needs to have a tune-up first.
Ooh, Eddie Hearn wants to make that?
Well, that's what I seen in an interview. He was talking about it. He was like, I wouldn't mind making it. I would actually like for him to make it, but he was like, we need to have a fight in between.
Yo, I thought Eddie Hearn was fed up with these Americans, bro. He was talking after in Puerto Rico. Like he had enough, bro.
Bro, he was mad. There was like 2 upsets on that card, right? Of his young up and comers. Yo, Ty Bodega boys in the building. What's good, brethren? Yeah, Eddie Hearn was not going, bro. He was mad, bro.
Yeah, he was, man. He was frustrated.
Yeah. Shout out to Eddie though. That's funny.
So, if you could tell me right now, who's more likely to get upset, Jai Apataya or Mr. Shakur Stevenson?
Jai.
Ja, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Shakur gonna spank Floyd, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, Jai on
His dad
Buffalo?
snitched on him, bro. His dad snitched, bro.
What does Dad say? But I do think, but I am gonna give Shakur credit for beating. As much as I think he's gonna whoop him, I think he's too green. But I'm gonna give him credit for beating a guy like, you know, he's coming to win. I'll tell you that. Kid also definitely gonna come to win, I think. But what is Dad snitched on, bro?
Bro, he said in sparring that he punched Schofield in the body so hard he almost shit himself. He's like, yo,
Oh,
this
no.
squeeze.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah, I remember he
why
did
you
say that. I
always
remember he
talking
said
about
that.
Sparring, bro. This guy always.
I remember he said that, bro. I do remember that.
Beside him, quiet. Like I'm like, yo, Dad, really? Like,
Yeah, I remember that. That was a little minute ago, right?
yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, I remember that. That man just be
Man, he's
talking,
so
bro.
dumb, bro.
He just be talking. Oh, my boy Ty in the building. Let me pull up Ty. That man just be talking.
Yeah, he be talking, man. Sparring is everything to Schofield Senior, man.
Yep. Yeah, it's everything,
What's
right?
good, Dad?
Ty, what up, bro? You muted if you don't know. If you know that, it's cool. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you did. Oh.
Yeah, but I think that so what do you think I was gonna ask something about Kid Austin. So you think he's gonna get like just 12-round wash, or you think he's gonna stop him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Shakur ain't stopping nobody.
Oh,
You got hand problems now, so
Yeah.
I think at this weight too, he's not stopping any. Maybe when he was in the smaller weight, he was stopping
Yeah.
people, but
126, 130 type
getting
shit.
up,
Yeah.
can't stop. But that's all right though, cause you can still, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still do the Floyd thing, make guys look crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just watching the Floyd and Ricky Hatton fight like 2 days ago.
Oh jeez.
Shout out to Ricky Hatton. I like Ricky Hatton. I still like him, but boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Floyd
Yo, he
best
took
him
on
up.
Pacquiao and Floyd like back to back, did he?
Yes, bro, and got smoked by Pacquiao. Bumba.
Yeah.
Went from bad to worse. Shout out to Ricky though, man. Yeah, you can't say he didn't fight. He didn't fight the guys. Can't say that.
He brought the fans too. Like,
Yeah, he did.
Hell of UK
Yeah.
people.
Oh yeah. Ricky Hatton. Even when he lost. Yeah. After he got stopped by Floyd, after he hit the turnbuckle, he said, Ricky Hatton.
Yo, that's why they want Tank to fight Campbell. Crazy.
Campbell who? Stop it, bro. Not Campbell Hatton, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
Yo.
You gonna turn Campbell Hatton into Campbell soup, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
Yo, they be playing with Tank so much, bro.
Campbell Hatton is crazy, bro. Stop. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. If Tank fight Campbell Hatton, bro, I won't say nothing about anybody criticizing that fight. I won't say nothing, bro.
Hey,
That'd be
if
crazy.
People actually said, "Yo, it's a good fight." I bet, man. Tank fans, y'all the worst, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Shout out to Campbell Hatton, man. He better go get that smoke with what's the dude named Flint? James Flint. He lost 2 back to
And that's
back.
the dude that beat him, right?
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah. Yo, how come I saw something today that Roach may be out the fight? And
What?
Tank may be looking for a replacement.
Oh
I
no.
like, you know, people just be capping, but
Yeah.
I
I
came
didn't see
across a
that.
post like that.
Wow, that'd be crazy. Oh, they gonna be if that's true, they gonna be mad at his replacement because who can replace him right now? Like,
It was fuck, man. It was a Filipino dude. I forget his name. Fuck.
okay,
Yeah. He used to be on PBC.
don't you tell me Casemiro, bro? Don't you say it,
I think it is Casemiro.
bro? Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Ja Real Casemiro, bro. Stop
He's
it,
the dude that
bro.
went to Japan, right? And
Yes, bro. Yes,
I think it is him.
bro.
I'm
Stop
pretty
it, bro.
sure it is
Stop
him.
it, bro.
is Tank gonna drop some weight?
He's the replacement.
Wow.
I don't know if it's a real thing, man. I just
That gotta be
saw it.
fake, bro. That gotta be fake.
cap, man.
Yeah, that gotta be cap,
That's why
bro.
I'm like, I take it with a grain of salt because people be capping on.
They
things.
do, bro. They do for interactions and links. And I mean, interactions and likes. Sparring is just sparring. I agree, MAW. People trying things in there. It's only what happens. I agree with that. In my honest opinion, no, I think your honest opinion is the best way to think about it. That's a Max Sayo, appreciate it. Off the ropes boxing and MMA says it's Max Sayo.
Is it?
That's what he
Yes,
says. yeah.
yes. Max Sale, yes it is.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
Is he good?
he's straight. He's undefeated, right?
He's all right.
No, two losses. My fault. I'm looking at him right now. Yeah, he lost to Brandon Figueroa. That's right. And Ray Vardy back to back. Yep.
Oh no. Nah, I'm not.
But he beat. What you mean, bro? What you mean? He beat Gary Allen Russell Jr. Man, that's a guy that Hall of Fame when you talk about Loma's career.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
Chris
beat
Del Derek,
Russell,
he
yeah.
kissed my ass.
Yeah, Mark Maxayo. Appreciate that. Appreciate the off the ropes. Mark Maxayo. Yeah. Hopefully I'm pronouncing. I don't remember if it's Maxayo or Maxayo, but yes, I saw his fights against Gary Allen Russell Jr. I don't think I saw his Ray Vargas fight, but I saw his fight against Brandon Figueroa. Ricky Allen was high after beating Costa Zoo. Wish we got to see Costa versus Floyd. We saw Costa versus Zap. Saw that one.
We did.
We saw that one.
We did. I was so mad, bro. I was a Zab fan. And I was like, damn, he made my man Zab do the stinky leg, bro.
Oh man. And then Cedric the Entertainer made it worse. Talk about never play with matches. Oh man, finna switch phones. All right, Ty. Also,
Man,
so
Ty.
what's the name said?
Burner.
Hey, he said this confirmed, bro. He said he got hurt, bro.
Oh, for real? Am I right?
He said well he's saying he has injury. That doesn't mean he's getting replaced, but he says.
Oh man.
That
Oh,
says
so
a
maybe
lot.
that's why Tank said the fight was off. Well, yo, Tank been working though. I saw some of his training.
Yeah, he has been working. Yeah. Bro.
He on weight.
Mike Coppinger. No. Okay, no. It's not real, bro.
Oh, it's a fake account.
Come on, bro. You getting it from Michael Benson, bro. The fake one, bro. Now wait, let me say this. Unless he's saying he got it from somewhere. If you got it from Michael Benson off the ropes, you
Nah, it
tripping,
wasn't
bro.
that. Nah, I didn't see it off that one. I saw
Okay.
it off
Well, I
that
know
one.
you know better, Ryan, but I don't know. I just saw it right. I'll show you right. I'll pull it up on the screen, bro. Y'all got to stop following for this account, bro. If this is the case.
Yeah. That Benson account's not even real no more, man.
Come on, man.
Turkey Sheik bought it.
Come
No,
on,
but
man.
one thing you do gotta say though is that if you're falling for their account, that's your fault.
And I love it, bro. I love it. Every time I see people fall for it, I love it. People get mad at no, that's your fault, bro. All you gotta do is look at it and see. He tells you, bro. It's a parody account, bro.
Yeah,
He literally tells you, bro.
Yo.
It just shows you how right. It just shows you how little people do their research, man, and their due diligence. But all you gotta do is click on his name, and he tells you.
Nah, dog. Everybody want to be the first to report the story.
You feel me? You feel me? They prioritize being first as opposed to prioritizing being correct. I'm trying to pull it up now to show you on the thing.
Yo, man.
Here it is right here. If y'all can see it on the. Like I said, now it could be from somewhere else too, though. You know, but if you're getting it from here, Michael Benson says Lamont Roach has pulled out the fight due to a hand injury in sparring. Excuse me. The fight will be rescheduled for a further date. Source Mike Coppinger. Look, and all you got to do is go like this. Click on his name. Parody account. But like I said, it might not be this. If you're saying something else, it doesn't just because this is a parody account doesn't mean that it can't be true, you know. But if your source is that, then you're wrong. But if your source is something else, then you could be right.
But if it is true, and Tank does have a
Oh
replacement,
shoot, that's where I saw it. Ellie Sekback.
Oh, that might be worse.
Yeah, I would say that's what I'm saying. I don't really take him serious because
Yeah. He be right sometimes though. He be right. He be right sometimes. But
Tank's camp like that for real.
yeah, he be right sometimes.
Like, this guy love him some Tank Davis. Crazy.
Yeah. Tank fighting man. Hey, maybe Pinchy. That's a fake. Yeah, that's a fake page, man. So I try to tell people that. But at the same time, like I said, I kind of like it because, bro, if I tell y'all how many people, when I say people, I'm talking about big content creators that I see and I know they get it from there. It's like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you about this too. Ryan probably noticed it, and Oscar, I don't know if you know, you probably noticed it too. But a couple days ago, there was some big content creators talking about, oh, Canelo's in. Canelo says I'm in. Right? When it comes to Terrence Crawford.
Crawford thing?
Yes. You know where they got that from, bro? It's because Seconds Out, right? You know Seconds Out. Seconds Out. Okay, so if you go to the website, which I check it out too, they have some good stories. But they put stories on, they don't necessarily put a timestamp on it. They just put stories out and they make it seem like it was just said. Canelo said that back when he was interviewed during the Berlanga fight, before even then. And he was like, yeah, if the money's right, I'm in. But Seconds Out put. Yeah, you remember that when he was asked, and then he was like, yeah, if the money's right, I'm in. Why not? He was like, I'll do business with anybody. And they took that interview, Seconds Out, reposted that interview on their page, and people thought it was new. That's why there was like a flooding of people saying, oh, Canelo, I'm in. Canelo did not recently say that, bro.
bro, I seen that page saying 600 million Canelo saying, I'm like, bro, first of all, how do you know?
100?
Bro, people be wildin', bro. They don't.
Bro, they throwing out baseball numbers.
Come on.
Yeah,
Baseball numbers.
it was
Showing
like,
your toddy number.
it was in videos I was telling Doc earlier. It was like, the first video was like, Canelo's in 600 million.
Yep.
Then it was like, Canelo's out. He refused the 600 million.
Yep.
And it was all clips and bits from like 1 year.
Yeah.
Before Berlanga.
Yep.
Before Munguia.
Yep.
Like, bro, what this shit.
So when I see, you know, I don't be talking trash like that, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing, but I just look at it and just laugh. I just look at it and laugh, bro.
Yeah, I laugh, bro, but like it's funny how whenever like big content creators, I'm like, they need to stop this account. I'm like, no, you just need to stop paying attention to them. That's what you need to do.
Exactly.
Dumbass.
Exactly. Look, let me show you. Look. I'm gonna show you right now, chat. I know I'm giving out my secrets. I'm gonna stop it, but it ain't really no secret. You know, I just do my due diligence. Look, Canelo reveals the one thing he saw in Crawford's last performance that made him U-turn on fight, right? If you look at this right here, right? It shows this article when it come out. They post, let me see where it's at. Right here, January 4th, 2025. If he references the article, so although he is more than willing, the Mexican has previously been dismissive of the fight around a year ago. But then right here, he says, I'm in. Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me in my weight class, it's an easy fight, easy money. So he says, so if the money is right, I'm in. There are weight classes for a reason. But then if you, I gotta find, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna show you exactly where that interview came from. Let me see where it's at.
I've seen it. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, here it is right here. It tells you right here. And speaking to Sway's universe. Remember he was on Sway?
Oh yeah.
So this is where, so this quote right here came from when he was on Sway. And this is a new article that came in January 4th. Let me show you how long ago he was on Sway, chat. But people don't read and they don't know. Watch this. Sway universe. Let's look how long ago he was on Sway. 5 months ago he was on Sway's universe. And people acted like he just said it. This is from 5 months ago, chat. People don't read and they don't do their due diligence, bro. I promise you, bro. It makes it easy for me though, because you know, I mean, hopefully people notice that they'll see, oh man, this man does his work. Of course. But it don't matter though, you know. People just want to make a story, like Ryan said. You know, people prioritize being right. I mean, being first as opposed to being right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what it's like? Remember Ryan and Rolly was supposed to happen?
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of people were like, it's official. Ryan and Rolly is happening.
Yeah.
It's official. It's official. And he was like laughing. Rolly pulled out of the fight. I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But Rolly, apparently I don't think the fight was even in negotiation. But
it didn't even happen, bro.
His spin was just funny. Oh, I want to be on a bigger platform.
Yo, Rolly's funny as hell, bro.
That's money. To be on a bigger platform. Bro, shut up. Man. You sound crazy.
Shut up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Ryan. I ain't gonna lie, Ryan. I wish Rolly was better, bro. Nah, bro. I wish Rolly was better, bro. Cause Rolly would be the perfect boxer if he was better, bro. Like, he's funny, bro.
He is funny.
I wish he was better, bro. If he was, you know what? Sometimes things are how they are for a reason. It's like, remember, you watch basketball, Ryan. Remember when Giannis was like, they're saying, because I think he hit like a 3 or something. You know, he's working on a shot and stuff like that. It was like last year or something. And then the interviewer was like, man, he said, you gonna take more threes? He's like, well, you know, I'm not that good at threes. He said, you know, God can't give me everything, right? He said, I'd be too good if I was good at threes. I was just like, that's how I feel like with Rolly, bro. If you imagine him talking trash like this and he was good, oh man. Oh man, I better take over boxing, bro.
I don't know if you remember that video, but he was like, yeah, I'm going to prime. That's what people pay. All these girls prime pay for the fight.
He's so dumb.
Like, he called people broke.
Yeah, he wasn't even headline, bro. That's the way they think over there. They think like pay-per-view is a good thing. And I'm looking at them crazy because I'm like, piracy is at its largest right now. Nobody fucking paying for shit.
Come on,
Everybody
man.
stealing, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, unless it's Turkey fight,
showed us that.
Broke artists borrow. Great artists steal. I don't know where that quote was. That was from my soul, man.
So you're saying TikTok is a great platform?
Who?
TikTok?
That's crazy.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Yo, Mark, what's good, man?
The only thing I don't like about what TikTok is like, the guy's never quiet. You know, he's like, there's always like an uncle or then like,
Oh, they be posting like they be live streaming the fights on TikTok?
Live streaming on TikTok?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't know that, though.
That's where I watch Canelo and It wasn't Canelo. I think it was Bud and Spence. That's where I watched it.
Okay. It was a good feed too?
I mean, yeah, it's a good feed. It's like just like the TV, you know, but
You're right.
everything's live.
Right.
Oh,
That's what's
Tank
up.
and Garcia. That's where I watched it. I ain't gonna pay no.
That's what's up. Yeah, I never thought about that. Like, someone was telling me I should go live on TikTok, but I don't know. I don't know.
But if it catch you, yeah, you
Oh yeah. Yeah, you scarred for life. But y'all, man, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. I'm gonna try to get some rest. Before this fight comes on, man. You gonna be up for it, Ryan, or no?
Ooh, I'm gonna try, bro. I'm gonna set my alarm. We'll see if I get out the bed though.
That's the hard part. The easy part is setting the alarm and shutting that bitch off. That's what you got to put it away from the bed, bro. You got to set your alarm and then put it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, put it somewhere where in order to turn it off, you got to get up.
Yeah, we'll see.
You said we'll see. He ain't doing it, chat. He's not doing it.
I have a feeling Jag gonna lose, man. I just have a feeling OPETAIA gonna lose. I don't know.
Bro, same, dude. I just have this upset feeling.
Oh no, man. I can't call it.
I don't want to say it like this, but it's true. Aussie fighters are on watch, man.
Yeah, that's what Ty was saying. Yeah, they are on watch, man. Our Aussie brethren and sister have been struggling a little bit in the boxing realm.
But they do fight anybody, so you know, maybe New Year, you know me, whatever. But they need somebody.
Yeah, Sky holding it down. Those Sky and Jai, they holding it down so far. So we'll see.
No,
Sky looking mandatory.
Exactly.
Shout out to Eddie Hearn. He got her on that, you know, safety patrol.
Hey, Sky said, hey man, Amanda been ducking me, so I'm gonna duck my mandatory. So shoot, you talk about the one I know you talking about too, man. It's a black chick that you talking about, right? I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she's on Overtime OTX.
Yep. I know you talking about. I just can't remember her name right now.
Well, you know, I think they're overselling
young lady.
Sky Nicholson with the future undisputed of the world.
Yeah, I think they're kind of overselling her too, but I like her though, man. She's good so far, but yeah, I think they're kind of overselling her too. And I'll be honest too, if Amanda Serrano did fight her, I think Amanda Serrano would beat her. But at the same time, if she's in the position she deserves a fight, that's what she's been calling for.
Yeah, facts.
This is Carolyn Dubois' first defense too, right? Since she was elevated, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She got elevated from Katie Taylor, so Katie Taylor deciding to keep her belts at the higher division, so.
But all right, guys, I'm about to get some rest.
All right, my brother.
Wait, you're 1 hour ahead, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, you crazy. I'm pulling up at 3.
I'm gonna be on at 3, bro. Good Lord willing, man. And hopefully the fights will start. But I'm interested in those fights, so yeah, I'll be on at 3. Just pull up whenever you can, man. If not, it's all good, man. I know it is
I'll
early.
pull up. You know I'm gonna pull up.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
up by that time anyway. I'm up by 4. I'm gonna try to wake up at 2.
All right. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. MAW, please, man. Tell him again, man. But Ryan, appreciate you pulling up, man. Like I said, man, check out my boy Ryan, man. I'm gonna put his channel in the chat, man. Check him out, man. Dope channel right there, man.
Yeah, check him out. Good guy. Unbiased.
Yes.
100%. One last question before y'all go.
Yes, sir.
Celtics or Nuggets?
You said Taylor Swift?
No, Celtics or Nuggets.
Oh, damn. How'd I hear Taylor Swift?
I got to stay with my Nuggets, man. Jamal Murray.
I got oh yeah, Canadian right there. That's the truth. Yeah. Hey, him and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, doing their thing, man. Hey, man, y'all doing y'all thing. But I'm going with the Celtics, man.
Yeah, you think Porzingis gonna go up today?
I don't know. Is he playing? Did he play last game? I think he was out last game. He might be playing. Yeah, I don't know.
He always injured, man.
Yeah. So
he was so close last season, man. He can be injured all he wants.
Yeah. He was definitely clutch. So yeah, I'm going with the Celtics. I like the Nuggets more though. You know, they got my boy Russell Westbrook. That's one of my favorite players. So I like the Nuggets more. But I just think the Celtics are gonna. Yeah, I think the Celtics are gonna pull it off. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in, man.
I just hate how Golden State and who else? Rockets.
Mm-hmm. That's another Canadian right there, Dylan Brooks too, man. Hey, man, you going crazy with the Canadian teams with the Canadian stars, man.
Dylan Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, Westbrook got done so dirty. Like, you got to build a team around Westbrook. You can't just put him in a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
He old, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, not now, but before I feel like, man, OKC should have did a better job, man.
Nah, KD,
Hey, KD.
KD ducked the smoke.
Yeah, by going to Golden State. But that's all the more reason why they should have freaking built around Russ, man. And just keep Steven Adams, and everybody could go except Steven Adams. And keep Steven Adams, you know, and Russ, and then give him some shooters, man. Pure shooters, man.
But all right, guys.
All right, my brother.
Morning.
Yes, sir, man. God bless, bro. Hey, appreciate you, Ryan.
Yeah, good night, fellas.
Yes, sir. God bless, bro. Shout out to my brothers coming through, man. My boy Ryan, my boy Ryan, my boy Oscar, man. Yes, we will be back on, good Lord willing, for this fight between Jai OPETAIA and David NYIKA for IBF dominance in the cruiserweight division, man. We will be back on, so please come through. You know what I'm saying? If it's too early, I understand. You know what I'm talking about? The fight is in, transatlantic fight, so you know what I'm saying? So we'll check that out, bro. But I appreciate y'all rocking as always, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly than that, man, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. I'm going to catch you on the flip side in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord willing. Y'all be easy. God bless. Peace. The doctor's out. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.